All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of Smiley's Uniscum podcast. What are Unicums thinking about? Basically, update 1.18 so far, and I am joined by 4 lovely guests. So, on the top left, yeah, that's right. Caller for HMB, correct? Hold my beer. Ferret, also caller for 15 a lot for fines. It is Ferret, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Ferret? How you doing today?
Doing good. Happy I finally can be on your podcast and
Cool. Nice, easy. Yeah, not dodged, easy. And so to the left, bottom left, unfortunately, he couldn't get his cam to work, but still had a sexy, thirsty pick that he uses for his grinder. It's your boy, Luxon.
What's up, boys?
What is up? How you doing today, Luxon?
Vibing.
That's good. That's good, man.
Podcast with the boys.
Yeah, hell yeah, podcast with the boys. All right, now to the top right, you've seen him before, you're gonna see him again, and you're seeing him right fucking now. Did he just freeze? And he just froze. It is Tank Master, ladies and gentlemen. What is up, Tank Master?
Up? Yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
Damage domain on top.
Easy. Yeah, always on top, huh? Aren't you always on top? Easy. All right, and to bottom right. Yeah, I actually don't think we've ever talked before. Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked before. But we run in the same circles, and I know he's a good player, so he has joined us today. His name is Fennec_B. I don't know what the B stands for.
Yeah, it's because Fennec was taken on Twitch. So
oh, unfortunate. Yeah. Sag. Yeah. Oh, unlucky. But anyways, let's get right down to it. So today we're going to have basically we're going to talk about update 1.18. Obviously it's been out for a little over a week now, and so I thought this would be a good episode topic, just because some people might not still kind of know how to play the new map, or they might kind of not know what they should be doing, etc., or they just want other people's takes to see if people actually like it or not. And so that's why I gathered these boys here. Okay, and so who wants to start it off? We could talk about, so let's talk first about we could first talk about tank changes, since that's pretty prevalent. They nerfed the M44, right?
Yeah,
the tier 6 already. You guys think?
Tier 6 is massive.
Yeah. I think that's really big. To be honest, I don't know. I don't really play tier 6 a lot, but I know that this game, and I think a lot of you guys can agree, I think this game has a lot of gatekeeping when it comes to even because if there is a new player, I think that a lot of the older older community that aren't really good at high tiers, the guys that basically you rage at because you're like, what is this dude doing in his E100? You know what I mean? Yelling across proc in the middle or something, and he's usually playing his Stug 2 or his M4 Sherman, right? And he's gatekeeping newer players, right? Especially I literally will auto blacklist people with if they have over 2,000 battles at M44, because that's gatekeeping, in my opinion. That's 100% gatekeeping, because they see tier 4s and they just shit on them. They one-shot them, and then and if you're trying to get into this game, huh?
Does tier 6 already actually see tier 4?
I'm pretty sure it does.
That's busted. That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fact that you can also just put imagine putting bounty on your tier 6s, and then just running around against literally the newest puppies. It's just not fair.
It is not fair. And I know back in the day, or not too long ago, I know they changed that, where if you had a lot of battles, they tried to match you up with they tried to match seal clubbers with seal clubbers. Yeah. But I feel like there's such small especially for NA, there's such a small population down there, they probably still get new players anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the matchmaker just gives up. I think at this point they've kind of flipped it, and they've tried to match new players with new players exclusively, and everyone else. Or if not, they just fill with a ton of bots.
Yeah,
especially in SA.
I agree. I agree.
Also, kind of somewhat recently, I know they changed matchmaking so that I think one of the lower tiers actually wouldn't hit +2.
You're right.
Yeah, I think it was tier 4, tier 3 or 4 won't hit +2.
Yeah.
Which that was a good change.
That is a good change. That is.
They also removed that you can use all 3 equipments.
Right. You only have
that
2
was
equipment.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point. Tier 3 doesn't see tier 5. Yeah, so that's a really good one.
Yeah.
And another good one that Luxon just pointed out was that's actually really big is the fact that what did you say, Luxon, again? Could you repeat that?
I didn't read it, but I just know they changed that. As you progressively increase in tier, you can add more equipments to your tank. But like tier 3, I think, can only have 1.
Right. Okay.
I think you can have 2.
Yeah.
Same
Okay.
with the field mods as well.
Tier 3 is 2.
Yeah, and the same with the field. So, but that actually helps with gatekeeping, I think, because even if you do have like purple equipment on your tier 1, you can only have 1, right? You don't have like vents or something. You know what I mean? Whereas like before they had like vents, they had like purple vents, purple GLD, fucking low noise, like no noise or something. I have no idea what they put down there. You know what I mean? I'm not playing down there, but I'm just assuming that they're being really scuffed. Other tank changes, I guess we could go up tier, T29 nerf. What do you guys feel about that?
I think it's good because it was like very busted at tier 7, but I wish they would just nerf the armor. Like that's just the easy solution.
You think nerfing the armor would have been the easiest solution?
Yeah, because like nerfing the gun and making it worse
they
to
nerfed
play
a lot to the gun.
is like silly. It's like what they did to the Kron as well. The Kron and the T29 were treated in the same way. Yeah, and it's like the issue is not the gun. The gun is never the problem. I mean, it's kind of part of the problem, but not really. Especially
because all the other tier 7s have like terrible armor compared to it, and they actually have like weak points, whereas the T29 hold down was just like not fair. Even against like tier 8s or even like some
tier 9s
you could fight against easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you take like an IS that basically has a Nerf gun, like you can bounce the T29's like front plate sometimes.
Yeah.
And like a T29, you'll just completely destroy an IS.
True. That's a good point. That is a good point. And so you guys, so I guess we're all in agreement that like wasn't the right nerf, right?
Yeah.
Like they didn't nerf the right thing. I mean, I think the same with the Kron. I don't think they nerfed the right thing on the Kron.
Yeah.
I think that you could have easily kept it that fast, right? And it still would have been maybe a little bit slower. But I think the main thing with the Kron was the armor, right?
Yeah.
I think it was just the armor.
Like
the armor
nerf
was
the reload
just
and give it a cupola.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the same thing with how they always nerf the tanks. Even like the nerf DBR, like people are always gonna keep complaining about it because obviously now when it gets hit, it slows down and it only goes 92 instead of 95. But all these players are complaining because they couldn't hit an like 80km/h tank moving, which granted isn't the easiest thing, but with some practice, it's not too bad. But those nerfs don't actually change it for the players who are the ones who are complaining because they're never gonna hit it now still.
That's true.
Which is kind of the same as the Kron.
core mechanic.
Like they're still gonna get rolled by Krons, even though it's nerfed.
It's the same thing with like Artie. It's like unbalanceable because the core mechanic is broken. It's like the Kron is not really balanceable without making it useless. Like it's either OP or useless. There's like no gradient, right?
I mean,
go ahead.
I guess you could like nerf the fact that it can just look to the sky and the
I know, yeah.
and it's not
makes the bottom of the gun weak.
Yeah.
And when it's aiming down on you, the cupolas actually pop. So there is
Because it's so annoying, like when you're looking at a Kron, they're just looking straight up, and then they just look down for like a second, and then they'll just shoot you, then go right back. There's nothing you can do against that. And I thought I heard somewhere that they were gonna nerf that little square under the gun, but then I guess it was fake or something. But
that must have been fake.
Even when it's hold down, even if like unless you're in a YAG, like
I know the
literally
like thing.
Like I just like shooting at it with an E3 is like 50-50, and if he angles, then you're just not gonna pen.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so what's the next prevalent nerf if we're going up tiers? Probably it goes all the way up, right? To just the Kron? I can't remember anything else.
Did the T32 get?
It got a buff. It got a buff. Yeah, it got a buff.
It got buffed big.
Yeah.
The T32 is insane now, from what I've seen.
I heard its CPM is pretty bonkers now.
Yeah, and like that thing actually, I feel like that turret is stronger than like the T34, T30 style turrets.
Okay.
If you shoot it with 340 heat, like you don't pen it like ever. Like the T34 and the T30 have like the next to the mantle, you can pen pretty easily.
Right.
With like 330, 340 heat. With the T32, you absolutely cannot do that like at all.
I thought the T32.
Like you're saying, like the cheeks are stronger.
Yeah, I think it feels that way. I don't know if it actually is true or if I just suck at aiming.
Well, for the longest time, like people were saying the 32's turret's actually like better than the M103's.
Oh, it definitely is.
Like it definitely was. I thought the tank was fine, except for the fact that its gun had pretty low pen for a tier 8. But
yeah, the pen was a bit outdated.
No one's really gonna complain about the 32's buffs. I don't think.
What was the pen? The pen isn't even that.
It was the same as the T29 gun.
So isn't it like? Well, no, I know, but I'm saying like the pen now is like what 252. It's not like there actually was a pretty good rebalance, I think, because that still is taking like that. You know what I mean? Like a puppy can't just shit on you with 252 pen. You know what I mean? Like they have to actually. Yeah, exactly. We're like a good player that's workable for that tier. I think like you know, like a bad player if they don't, you know, aim at weak spots, right? It's kind of like when a puppy like pushes you in a yag and they pen you in the dumbest spot. You can't do that. You know what I mean? In a T32, which is like the most annoying thing ever, right? You're like, where did he pen me? And then you just look and it's just like, oh, he just like max rolled me in a fucking yag with his 420 heat, right? And got it up to God knows what's a max roll on that thing, like 470 something, right? It had to maybe close to 500 actually, right? Yeah.
We have 420, like
it's 25%, right? Yeah.
420 alpha rolls over 500 easily.
Yeah, true. So it's like 500 and something. It's ridiculous.
It's like 545, I think.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
550, no?
It's wild. I don't know. Somebody could 525 max.
Yeah,
okay.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that's disgusting. You know what I mean?
Depends anything in the game. If it's not ricocheting.
Yeah. It's literally So that's what I'm saying. It's not nude proof, which is nice. Other than that, I mean, I guess what else?
I'm seeing a funny nerf here. Apparently the T67's getting nerfed.
Oh yeah.
Which is
the
is
American
a steel
clubs.
clubber, dude.
And they already had nerfed it once before, right? And now this is the second one, I think.
I don't even know what they did. It just says decreased characteristics.
So. I have the patch notes. I think they increased the reload by a little bit and then decreased view range.
And view range is a big thing.
Yeah.
Like none of us really play that tier, so it makes sense that we really wouldn't notice that. But I think that from an educated guess, it probably is significant.
It looks like it is. I mean, that's a huge DPM nerf. Like it added a half second on the reload, which is like when you're only shooting 3.2 seconds to 3.7, that's a massive DPM nerf. So that's nice.
But if they haven't changed the view range and stuff, it's still gonna have.
It's
still gonna be fun.
The view range is also decreased.
You want to play it.
The base view range is only 320 now, so they can't see anything.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. I think that's it for notable nerfs, right? Everything else is buffs.
Yeah. Well, Kron, right? Obviously.
Oh, I guess we.
Did any of you guys play the Kron?
I did.
I have not yet.
I haven't played it since.
What did you think about it, Luxon?
I played it in above, and I mean, you could see the reticle was bigger. I played it with normal equipment. But even with like full purple, because we tried it in a stream, like the most noticeable thing was the speed, because you cannot just get there and match medium tanks there and fuck them.
Right.
Like now you just are much slower and overall is worse. But it's not a big deal. Like you should still sit and stare at people and farm them.
Which was the problem in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. Which is what we were talking about.
The only thing, the speed nerf kind of sucks now because you can't use them as much in community league because they're so slow now.
Yeah, I still think. I mean, what team used the patent last night?
That was Escalate.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, I think I think under I think that was a little too soon. Because I think under most situations, I think that something like a Kron is still prevalent there, especially on defense, because it doesn't have to be fast, right?
Yeah, I was giving it.
Do you guys agree?
Where did they send it?
They sent it to light, the mid
on
hill.
Sand River?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was really funny because the first game, Escalate was on attack, and the SA's team CS poked up the spot the ridgeline and took literally all of his HP. and then SK the next game decides to do the exact same thing, but in
No,
a
it's actually the
pattern, and lost
opposite.
all
Those
of
is
GP.
even worse. No.
Wait, was
So
it
the
the other way around?
patent was the first. They were on defense,
Oh.
right?
Oh,
And then
no.
so then the guy Rico, I remember it was Rico too. So
Yeah.
Rico
Yeah.
is like, their patent took 1,000 damage right here, right? He poked the same exact spot, took 1,400 instead. Like he won up to the patent because we're shit talking the patent. And then he was in a CS. I was like, oh, well, at least they brought a CS to do the poke. And then he just got, it was like, okay, now you guys are just fucking trolling. You know what I mean? It was like one of those things where it was like,
in that situation, is it just the base view range?
I don't know.
No.
Like what is
It doesn't even, I don't even think you need view range for that kind of lighting.
No.
It's heavies with bad camo, right? IS7s, VZs, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
And you're not lighting a bat anyway.
No,
so
a cron can do it, I think.
Yeah.
I think a cron could do it, especially if you sacrifice. I mean, the cron's gonna shit anyways. I don't put optics on it. You know what I mean, and put it there or something. And
This
it's
is,
only. Go
on
ahead.
defense, right?
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah, defense.
was
Yeah,
always
it was
defense.
defense, yeah. To spot,
Yeah.
like the Dune spot, like to the,
Yeah,
the
and
scout run
Akron
that
is
usually a
too
CS
slow.
does.
I believe to do that, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
The cron is
just
too
an
slow. You
avatar
think?
CS. Because you don't really need like, of course, if you can spot, it's better.
Uh-huh.
That's why most.
Most teams
Gotcha.
do. Yeah.
But even if you poke and you get lead, you already know they at least have somebody in the base sniping.
True. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So, like, yeah, but no, a pattern is definitely not the move.
Yeah.
That's-
It's definitely not the move. So I guess map changes. Good pros and cons.
We didn't talk about the biggest buff of all, Smiley.
Oh, what's the biggest buff of all? Go ahead.
The Frenchie boys. We
Yeah.
didn't get into the Frenchie boys.
True.
Yes.
You're right. You're right.
Dude,
Okay.
These tanks are so fucking good
They're,
now.
they're OP
stupid.
as hell.
I mean, I don't think the AMX 65T is OP.
Maybe not that.
You know what I mean? I don't think that thing is taking on many medals or nothing. You know what I mean?
At least now when you do the grind, you have like a high point to end at. You know, it just doesn't
Yeah.
plateau at like
Right.
the whole time.
Well, I mean, most okay, so I don't know if you guys will agree on me on this, but I think most lines, especially nowadays with like matchmaker and stuff, because it'd been kind of, at least for me, it'd been kind of going downhill. Most lines kind of plateaued at 9, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of
sure.
9s, very rare. So I think the highlights for like tech tree lines, you guys probably agree with me. Like the VZ55 is a good 10,
Really good,
right?
yeah.
The Super Conk is still a really good 10. E100 is still a really good 10. Leo 1, STB, right? STB is probably the only tank on that line that's good, right? You know what I mean? I've played the Type 61. I mean, the Type 61 did get a buff, but
I kind of like
the
the
STA
tier
ain't
9.
bad.
Yeah.
right. But I think the
330
ST was actually really interesting. The STA2, the premium, actually kind of nice because it has 275 heat.
Am I trolling
Yeah,
or
that's
is
good.
I swear like the Sta 2 is the only tank that's like statistically worse than its like tech tree counterpart.
Is
Pretty sure
it?
the stall one? I like the stall one has more DPM. I know because I was using.
Yeah, it has more
for
DPM,
some
but
night
I
missions.
think the Sta 2 has like really good heat pen, which is kind of nice.
I think they have the same
You
though.
try and check.
Do they?
thought they had
Yeah,
the
I'm pretty
same-
sure
I
it's
thought
the
they-
same.
I
If
If
think
they have
have
the
the
same,
10,
then
It's
you
like
could tell. You could tell
275.
I skipped that fucking line.
Because
they're the same.
I
Yeah,
played
it's
the
the
stall
same.
one and I liked
It's
it.
the
yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, then it's just
But
a
it
bet.
just
This
has,
is.
like, it just has a
Oh,
way
so it's
better
just one of
reload.
those instances where. So it's like the Vipera versus the SMV.
Yeah.
Like where the tech tree counterpart's actually dog shit. That's actually
but they
wild.
buffed. Like the STA gun, like the top gun, they buffed it, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So now it reloads faster, but it's
Yeah.
less
Okay.
accurate than the STA2.
Okay.
But there's a
Wild.
difference somehow.
Okay. What's another thing? So AMX M454 specifically that tank.
Damn.
Go.
Oh,
What
Big gun.
literally like everything important, they buffed it. Like
Yeah.
it's the
Mhm.
gun is better,
Mhm.
the armor is better,
Mhm.
the speed is better,
Mhm.
you have more HP. Right? It's like
Yeah.
everything. Like everything
it's like
important.
S-Conk gun with chieftain mobility and 560 alpha, but
Yeah.
then
It's
you
really good
sacrifice a
DPM.
little bit of armor, but like its armor is still
Yeah.
more than reliable, and it's not armor that'll just get auto penned. Like you don't just have a lower plate like the S-Conk where if it gets hit, you just die.
So then
like, I find I'm baiting a lot with the front of the tank, almost kind of like your 50B kind of thing.
Yeah. So the question then is it overpowered?
I think kind of it falls into one of those categories. From what I've seen, it's like it's one of those tanks where in a good player's hands, you know, it's gonna be great. Yeah, like I've been running around in my S-Conk a little bit, and there's still some AMX players who only play it on a ridge line, and you know, then your mantle and your cupolas become a bit of a problem. So it's like, it's definitely for me like my favorite pub farming tank right now, like by far more than Chief.
It's probably one of the best. It's the best tech tree heavy ever in the game.
Yeah,
ever in the game.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
okay.
mean, there is arguably like E5 post buff, like back 20.
Okay, so yeah, if we're going like post buffs and stuff, that does get a little tricky. But I think that, I think you're both right, because did you guys ever play the E5 buffed?
I did.
Okay, that shit was wild.
But was like everyone averaging over 5K in it?
Yeah.
I mean, back then nobody averaged 5K.
What'd you say? Magnan did what?
I don't think Magnan was playing the game with the E5.
Yeah,
Magnan was like begging other good players to play on his account back then, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, let's be honest here. Like, I'm not trying to put homie on blast, but like, you know what I mean? Because he's come a long way and he surpassed a lot of people.
And now he's insane,
but like back then, that motherfucker wasn't shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people like that. He's not the only one. I remember when Supernova would beg people to platoon, okay? Like, I've been around, okay? So... you're laughing, but I'm not even joking. I remember when that little fucker's name was like Darth Vader or some shit. It was like Darth Vandal or whatever, or something like that. It was something. It was like Dark Nova or something like that. You know what I mean? Like when he didn't have his brand yet and stuff. You know what I mean? So you know. I'll stop shit talking people. I'm just saying. I was just like, I'm helping out a homie. Okay. In my opinion, the AMXM 454, like when I fight a pubby that's in one, it's like the easiest. It's like one of the easiest fights I've ever had. You know what I mean? Whereas like, for example, when the E5 was overpowered, you would have to. It would be more RNG related because the cupola was so strong. You couldn't pen yourself. Does that make sense? So the E5, whereas like the AMX, it can pen itself pretty reliably. If you shoot
pretty
cupola, shoulders, lower plate, lower mantlet. I mean, there's so many. That's another thing that makes me hesitant to call it overpowered.
That's kind of what I was saying. It's like it's
in a weird spot.
I think it's like the heavy version of the Leo, where
it's just so flexible and it's such high alpha. So when you're a good player, like
it's just fast enough too. You notice that? Like it's just fast enough. Like if you get a bad spawn on like live oaks, you'll probably be thinking like, can I make it to the ball? You know what I mean? Like it's because it's just fast enough to where like you might get a fuck spawn and it might ruin your day. You know, like if I saw somebody, I think it was like actually Magnet. I saw him spawn bottom Westfield. Like, you know how mad that motherfucker was? Yeah, you know how mad he was?
Yeah. No,
you know Magnan. You know how Magnan gets. He was cursing up a storm. Yeah, of course they would spawn me in the bottom, bro. All these shitter 41%ers gonna die before I get up on top. I mean, I know that pain. I got I got the Artie spawn in a Vipera. In a full tier 8 game, no Artie. I got the fucking Artie spawn in a Vipera. You guys know how fucking mad I was? And I get to the top, and my team is actually kind of winning, and I only got like 3,300. And the whole time I was just like, imagine if I got the fucking good spawn, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to throw like that piece of shit.
Good spawn. It's just normal spawn.
Yeah, it's just a normal spawn. No, I physically got the Artie spawn, like the one that's like right next to a bush. You know what I mean? Like the one where the Artie like turn, like it doesn't even have to turn around. It backs up into the bush and then it goes, okay, who's the unicum on the team? I'm gonna shoot that fucking guy, right? Like he's already waiting for your cron to poke. Like I got that fucking spawn. Like that shit actually tilted me. So I played. One of the things that we obviously have to talk about before we go into like maps and stuff is the Minotaur line.
I would like to
Go ahead.
Add something to like why I think the M4 is overtuned a bit. It's because fuck it, I'm a name drop. Like we have people like Scorpiani doing 4500 plus, where he was struggling to finish like Ekran, which is like the most broken. Like that was literally just being faster than everyone and sitting and staring, and now he's doing 4500. I think that is. I mean, yeah, he's not a complete like, but you know, he's not a 4600 player.
Right.
So, what I mean is like when you have players, it's like the same that happened with the before. Out of nowhere, 2600 players were doing 4K, and it's like, what?
Well, like when you're playing the AMX though, like every trade is so much bigger, and I feel like when you watch the really good players play, they always just kind of find those small moments where like people are sitting behind hold downs, but they find a shot. But when you find a shot on the AMX, like you're hitting them for 560 or endgame damage, you get a shot in here or there, and that's just another 1,000, and it's just it just adds up so fast.
It's like it's kind of I think it's a nice crossover between like having high alpha and having a good reload, because if you're like super high alpha, low reload, and you get like an unlucky miss or bounce or something, then you're waiting a long time. It's a lot of wasted damage. But if you're like low alpha fast reload, like a 907 or something, and someone's like crossing in front of you and you only get one shot, right? Like you only do 320 and then they're out.
People are kind of scared to poke back on you now, because I think people are starting to realize that it's a 10-second reload. So like that, having a 10-second reload means you can play it like such a short distance where like even if they poke you back, then you're gonna hit them again.
Like if the tank has if you're fighting a tank with a faster reload, then you can kind of control the fight and poke when you want. And then if you're fighting like a 750 gun, you can shoot them twice. When
It's
not
huge,
really have to
it's
risk
it's like a
anything.
really nice middle ground, because you reload like at the same rate as a 277, but you outtrade them every single time.
I think the only thing I don't like about the AMX now is the HE rounds. I wish they were
so
just
garbage.
I wish they were better.
They're really
they were
bad
good,
too, because they're not even like the one thing that's really annoying is they're not even like normal HE. So for example, if you look at something similar like an Object 263, the Object 263 not only does it have more HP HE pen, it has 75, but its shells hit for like I think its HE alpha like it's like 720 or something. It's like higher. It's like not 640.
Isn't it 750?
You know what I mean? It might be. I think you're right. I think it is 750. Yeah, I think it's 750. So he gets 10 more pen, and like what is that? Like 110 more alpha?
Yeah. And
I think it's
like
even the Panther
and he
7,
sees sevens. You know what I mean? Because I think the AMX M454, I think it goes 560 and it only goes up to 640. Like what the fuck was that? What is that? And it's only 65, right?
Is 560, and it gets 65 millimeters pen on the HE, and it's 700.
Yeah.
Which is like
the
universal
rounds are like the rounds are like 30B rounds. Like they travel at 800 meters per second or something.
Garbage.
I just think they also gave it 200 HP.
Oh, huge. HP so nice.
The HP
2800 HP to trade
huge.
with.
Huge.
You have more alpha, more HP, decent armor. Better reload. Just too much.
God tier gun handling.
Exactly. I mean, we are seeing it in the league.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
all the time. All the time. I mean, like. It's actually kind of funny too. Like the teams that weren't bringing it were like losing. Like, did you see the VZs versus AMXs? It was like, the VZs pen once, and then the AMXs rammed him for 500. You know what I mean?
You can't run from these things, man.
Right.
They can run it down
so fast.
Like
super high DPM. Your tanks, like your tanks are like what S-Conks, IS-4s, VZs are your kind of heavies that are kind of comparable to the AMX, right?
Right.
If you shoot the AMX and it's chasing you down, you're not gonna be able to run in any of those tanks from one of those.
True.
It's gonna chase you down
and they can just face hug you, and you only pen them like half the time, and they pen you every single time. That's the other thing, is that it face hugs so well. It's huge.
And it's so tall, so most tanks can't like overmatch the top of your hull or anything.
Or you can aim down. They can aim down on like each other's holes. 100s, like
small tanks,
IS-4s.
Like a medium or something, you don't have to worry about that.
No,
that is true. That is true. I will give it. So, because that's another thing too. When you're fighting a pubby AMX, like you can just shoot them, on the chassis deck, right? And like, I feel like that's a skill diff, because like I feel like pubbies don't even, you know what I mean, unless they're trying to look around for a green spot. But like us, we'll instantly like if a fucking pubby hugs us in an AMX, like I mean that's like the first thing I go for. Like, you know what I mean? Why go for the lower mantlet or something? It's literally like
that comes back to like even the 130mm gun. Like I was playing, I think I was on El Haluf in the AMX, and I was shooting the underside of the ICE-4's tracks and just farming him, and it was crazy. Because the caliber is so high, like you just have so many plates, like kind of like
it is fun to shoot. It is fun to shoot mana cores in, because like if the mana core, because a lot of mana core puppies. So no, it's just no, it's not, because the fuck that tank. That tank is
what?
I mean, it's annoying. It's annoying.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
it's fun. Like because the puppies don't know how to angle, right? They just like over angle everywhere, so you just shoot them in the side and pet them. You know,
the Manticore is the like armored tank you're going for in this example.
Yeah.
Do you mean the Minotaur?
Oh man, yeah, my bad. Did I say Manocore? Minotauro, sorry. My bad. Their fucking names are so similar. I hate the I'm actually dumb. My bad. You know what? Yeah, the Minotauro is what I meant. Sorry.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. No, not the Manicore, but they are fun to ram if they happen to fuck with you. Ramming in that thing is actually fun.
The best to ram is the STB.
Really?
Ramming the side of it, because the side of an STB is only 30mm.
Oh, true. And so was it 220 hitting 30?
Yeah, and you're going like
40,
or like if you do at the bottom of the hill, it's 50. I have one where I rammed an STB for over 1K.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's stupid. Like,
yeah.
Controlled impact is a requirement for this thing. It's so good.
Oh man. Okay, that makes sense.
What do we think is like the best equipment loadout for it? Like I've been running HP Turbo Rammer.
It seems like everyone who's except for you, it seems like everyone who's really farming is running V-stabs.
I've been running it with a stab and dropping the hardening.
Or vents, yeah.
It like depends. I'll always have the hardening loadout for me anyways. And it's kind of like if you're pulling 8s, then you're definitely bringing the stab. If you're pulling 10s on a map where you're not going to be super trading your HP, you're bringing the stab. Unless you're like, on an Enska Himmels or, something like that, or like a Pearl River against like high tiers, then I'm bringing the hardening. But I find myself bringing the stab a lot because it means you're like exposed for so much less when you're trading. Like I know the gun handling is also already ridiculous, but
I dropped stabs because I watched Sebastian play it and he wasn't running it, and I was like, oh, this guy, he might be onto something. And I've been playing it recently without stabs. Yeah, he uses vents instead. He doesn't.
That's an obvious one.
Yeah, no, he doesn't use HP. He doesn't use HP. So I thought that was really.
A case for it. I ran exclusively.
I mean, when I saw the like 9 point, like you guys, like Tank Master was saying, like before we started the stream, like 10.1 is nice, but 9.7 is also insane. Yeah. Like 9.75, like that's kind of nutty. Because that means like you're literally out reloading 277 and hitting him harder.
And you get better accuracy.
And you get better accuracy. It's kind of wild.
It's like alpha and stuff right now. It's kind of like when they changed the SB's alpha. It's at that weird middle point between kind of the rest of the alphas in the game that makes it so nice for trading. Yeah. Because when they brought out the 360, it was like, okay, well you outtrade all these like Russian guns. But then if someone's using like a 122, you're putting 2 or even 3 into them, which was so mind-boggling in the SCB when they buffed it. But
yeah, I think when they buffed the STV, it was a buff, but it also was weird. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like this. At first, it was really weird, and a lot of people did not like the suspension system. I actually didn't play it for.
Say it like ruined it. Was it?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, because to be honest, it didn't need a suspension system. It already had 10. All they had to do was get 2 more degrees. If you think about it, like, because I think he said Lob's argument was he'd rather have 12 without suspension than 14 with it.
Right, because
does that make sense?
It affects it over the side as well. Like, that's the biggest thing. It makes you less like nimble because you can't play over your side.
I mean, and considering that dude was like one of the best STB players of that era, like, you know what I mean?
It's period.
True. Yeah. I mean, the dude is nutty. I think the last time he streamed, he was playing ranked randomly too. I think it was like the last ranked. and it was just he just was playing it randomly, and he was just playing a fucking TVP and just shitting on people in their like, you know what I mean? And it was just like such a lop thing. He's like, I haven't played this game in like 6 months. I'm gonna play ranked, and then he just like played ranked and was shitting on people. And he was like, is this tank bad now? What are field mods? You know what I mean? He's like, what's that? He's like, what's that aiming unit? You know what I mean? And it's just like, holy shit, you know? Because sometimes when you know, when you're good, you're just still good. So that's it for buffs, right? I mean, I guess we talk about the not the mana core, the Minotauro. What do you guys think about the line?
Whenever I see one in game, I'm just angry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's my reaction.
It's in like an anti-pattern of design. It's very stupid.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense to have introduced.
Yeah, but
in
like
the way
you don't
that they
see. Did. Yeah, you don't see anyone doing good in them, and I haven't seen any of the random puppies doing good in them.
No.
It'll be like oh Haloof, and they're just staring at you, and you're like, well, what if I just don't poke you? But then they just sit there for the whole game as they lose, and you can't do anything.
Yeah, and it seems like the DPGs are not very high because it doesn't seem like it farms a lot. Like it's like
I haven't played it enough to see it, but yeah, I played a couple games and like they were a little bit lucky, but
I don't think really anyone's doing over 4.5k. DPG, right? Yeah.
Well, because they.
Well, I mean, part of that is also the game is so fast right now.
Yeah, I think like the closest person was like Magnan after he fixed it post Mark.
Yeah. But
pre-Mark, he only when he marked it, he only averaged 4,300.
Yeah.
And he hates it. He says it's shit to play and shit to play against.
I played 5 games like on release day at like 10 a.m. So I was a little tired and I played like shit. I mean, it was like sub 3k. It was very bad, but it's not comfy at all. It's like slow and awkward, and like the 8-second intro it's an interesting mechanic, but I don't think it's very fun. I don't think it's good. Like
right.
Who cares,
I mean, that's the thing though. It's like 8-second intro is it's good but at the same time bad, right? It's good because like if they came out with that tank like at a crazier condition, this game would be unplayable right now, right?
If it was like 6-second intro, then I could really see the tank doing well right now. But
that would be crazy.
But
because 6 seconds, long. you can permatrack like pubbies if they don't have like good crew skills. Like even if they have like 3 out of 4 repair on like big fat heavies, you could perma them. With
or if you take like, because you know, remember like a lot of field mods fuck up your repair time. True. But they're good takes, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Like I don't see like anyone getting out crazy clips in the minor because the internet was just so long, and like having to catch someone in an 8-second window is just extremely rare.
It's effectively it's a single shot gun.
Yeah,
that's all. It's like that's the best way to think about it.
But nothing like a Fosh B.
No.
No.
You guys think of like if it'd be like if the Fosh B had the old like Fosh 155 armor when it came out. You know what I mean? Like that would have been disgusting. So
I'm too young. I don't know about that.
Okay, so the Fosh 155 used to have it had really nutty armor. You know, like the cupola. So the small rounded cupola wasn't a hitbox. Kind of like how the Minotauros, you know, cupolas aren't a hitbox. And the big long one, it was a hitbox, but only the center. Yeah, only the middle. Yeah.
It's still that way in the Fosh 155.
Is
a
it?
Little bit, yeah.
A little bit, but not as much. They widened it. They widened it. It literally used to be. It literally used to be only like of yeah. Now it's just like the little side things, and the small guy is actually a weak spot. But basically,
but like I think the Fosh's armor. The other thing is everything's pen's gone up, so like even its whole armor is probably. Like you shoot it, you just pen.
Well, the hull armor is decent. It's still decent.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's still decent. It just was insane back then.
Yeah,
like it was during an era when, it was during an era when you know,
E100s are running around.
Yeah, like bots, and they get caught on fire from the lower plate, right? Yeah. The lower plate breaks your transmission and everything. You get transmission fires and stuff. Yeah, those were good old days, right? When I was like, I'm playing my 113, I have no idea what I'm doing. It's my first tier 10. And I get ammo racked by a 50V. Some dude from Crabs, he messages me and he's like, bro. He's like, you're decent at this game, but you need to get better tier 10s because that shit is whack. And I was like, what are better tier 10s? And he's like, go get an IS-7 and like a 140 and shit like that, right? Like, it was back when like Unicoms were nice. Like, he was like, you're shit. Wait, no, you're not. You're not that bad, actually. Hold on. Like, I feel like one of my first interactions with Unicom back then was like, do you know what XVM is? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, you need to install it because you're not that bad, but you make stupid fucking plays. Is what basically what he fucking said to me, right? And he was in a clan called Purple, you know. So
man, back in the day, running XVM was the most like wholesome thing, man. I remember like I was like, oh my god, I've just hit like green overalls. I was like, it looks so cool. Or like when I hit like light blue.
Back when we all loved the game, we were like having fun, dude. I remember playing an SU 101 in like 2012 and going into Muravanka Forest and having no idea what I was doing. Like there was probably a Unicum like playing his heart out next to me, going like, this stupid fucking TD player. You know what I mean? Like it's quad when you think it's wild when you think about it. And I randomly found a Ferdinand, and like the Ferdinand had more DPM, more armor, more everything than me. So I just lost the fight to him. Now the SU-101 has the T10 gun, and it's actually bussin'. But that was when I played the SU-101 when it had the it had the tier 7 gun, but just more pen. So it had 320 alpha, and it had like, I guess the gold pen was like 289 or something, APCR or something like that. It was just dog. It might have been no, it wasn't a T54 gun because it would have been decent if it was. But anyways, going back to so I 3-marked the Vipera, one of the worst moments of my life, to be honest with you. The tank is dog shit. It's so bad. It's slow. It just like every TD, it's map and team dependent. You know, even at tier 8, 5 seconds for 400. You think 5 seconds 400? That's bussin'. And then you fight like, and then like a T57 comes around the corner with heat loaded, and you're like, oh, I have 100 HP now. You know what I mean? And that's like if, you know, he bounces one or something, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he could even. You don't know how many times. Yeah, you know how many times I just get shit on, right? Like I remember I was like, oh, I can fuck up this STB, and then I remembered the STB has 330 heat, and he just like turns his fucking turret and just starts shitting on me, right? And then he double tracks me, and I'm like, oh shit, wait, I'm dead. You know what I mean? It's just like,
is the turret like pretty easily pennable with 330, like 330, 340?
Oh yeah. It's like it's like 310 plus. Because
to be fair, I think it shouldn't be able to play hold down against tier 10s.
No. I know. I think you just want a clarification on it. Another thing that makes it really bad and actually makes the tech tree one better, it has an overmatch. The tech tree doesn't.
Right? Yeah.
The roof. So
really
it has two actually. So the first one that's angled, the first overmatch, it's 122 plus. But if you're above them, it's actually 100. Right? It's actually 100 plus because the back part of the turret is 30. You see what I'm saying? Oh. So you can. So there were instances when I was above other Viperas and it was just free real estate because I would just overmatch them with my 120, right? And then they would message me and call me a hacking piece of shit, right? Which is hilarious. It also has the weak spot where, like, if you overpoke, you know, all of them have where you overpoke your tracks, people can shoot through the tracks and pen you, right? Like the one thing I hate about those pens that I noticed, they're super unreliable. Like I've been perfectly side scraping in the tank before and people have like penned through the tracks, right? And then I've seen instances where I'm in the open and he hits me at the right angle and he doesn't, you know what I mean? So it's kind of RNG. It kind of reminded me of the 907 black hole. You guys remember that?
I think it now because me and Fennec were talking about this just before we started, but like tanks rocking now is huge for like your micro trades. Like, you know, when you're just sitting, hold on, you have nothing to do. Like, true. Especially with big guns or even against some tanks. And I think it has a bug. Weird that fucking tank rocks so much. It rocks so much. Like, I don't know if it's because it doesn't have a 360 turret or something. Because like I don't remember the E4. Like I don't remember the E4. Like if you drove on like a little rock, your whole tank would be like going through a seizure or something. That happens in those tanks. Like Magnan's even complained about it in the
you know, the Minotauro, right? Where like you'll hit like a little rock and then it starts shaking and it's like, what the is going on?
It's because you're like it's like trying to like fall down
Yeah.
the rock a little bit. It's like the little soap rock, like the tiny little pixel. It's like trying to like slide and it won't because the other track is on stable ground, right?
And I think it's also is it front heavy? Is that maybe because it? I don't know because I don't know how.
Is it also just because it accelerates? Does it accelerate any like quickly? Like I know the top speed isn't great and the mobility isn't great, but does it
does get
to, like,
it does it accelerate pretty decently that I've noticed.
That would induce the rocking if you're
right. Yeah,
like your
it accelerates quickly. It doesn't have a full traversing turret.
Yeah.
I think it might have to do something with it because especially if you add all three together, like it's front heavy as well. I think that might because it is front heavy. Those turrets are fucking heavy, and the only thing on the back is like the engine. Because I think somebody said that like somebody lifted up the tier 9, ramming it in the back of E50M or something. Like they flipped one, which is like wild. I wish I could. Is
that actually simulated in the physics? Like
I didn't know. Yeah, the
balancing.
Physics, physics had weight balancing.
I
kind of assumed Wargame would make it one mass.
Right. Yeah, I thought that's what I thought too. But I don't know. I guess you can flip them from behind, which makes sense. They're rounded, right? It's not square.
Yeah, I think that's more of a shape thing than a weight distribution thing.
Yeah. What do you think about the cute little track thing?
The new physics on the tracks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Oh, I have those. I have those turned off. I haven't seen
I think my computer's too shit. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I run standard client.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's why my FPS is shit sometimes. Like everybody's tracks are getting blown the fuck off. Because I was like in Berlin. I was in Berlin in a big fucking brawl in my
game just crashes.
In my fucking like 780, and like everybody's tracks are getting fucking like I literally saw a track. Unironically, I saw a Type 5 track fly across the map. I was like, what the fuck? Which is like the most wargaming thing ever, right? Yeah. Like just like a track, like a what was it? It was like a Yag. Like a Yag hit a Type 5 track when he was like cresting. He like hit the Type 5 track, didn't do any damage, and then the Type 5 track just was like, yeet! And I was like, what the fuck was that? Then my FPS went to like 20. I was like, yo, what the It's crazy because I have a 3080. It's like I don't have a shit PC. So it was like one of those things.
That's good. It happened to me on Berlin, or not in Berlin, on mines, in like big mines brawls. And initially, I'm like I run at 144 usually like, to keep my hertz, and then I'll drop to like 80 or 90 in brawls. But I don't have I don't have that on. I don't have any of the advanced like track effects on. I run standard.
I don't know. I feel like every update, I feel like the FPS has been getting way shittier. If you're running like the HD client,
it's 3D styles.
Maybe
like that happened. Like you know, like the micro stutters that some people were getting.
Yeah,
I get those a lot.
Yeah, that's from like 3D styles. There's a mod that removes them, by the way. I can send it to you. But
so is it one of those things where like, because you can't remove 3D styles even if you uncheck historical, right?
Yeah, because I think it still tries to load it with the tank, and then it just doesn't render it if you have that option turned on.
Yeah.
Or no, I don't remember actually.
I think it just overrides it. I think what somebody said, which is why the 3D skin for the AMX M454 is so strong, because it hides one of those. It hides the small cupola, and then you can't turn it off, right? That actually is a good point, because now I'm thinking back, it was like a bunch of chieftains, Type 5s, Yags. Everybody had 3D skins. You know what I mean? 780s. So now I'm thinking back, it's like, oh, that might have been the reason.
I think it's 3D styles that does it. Yeah. I think like every time they release a new 3D style for the first like week, it's like bugged and like takes a million resources, I don't know, to render initially, and then your computer figures it out. Because
it's like one of those things where I had 40 FPS for that fight, and then the next game I'm at 144. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, what the?
It's very strange.
It is very strange. That's actually a good thing to keep an eye out on. So do you guys want to get started on the maps? Which ones would you guys want to start with?
I guess we have to do this garbage.
Yeah, the new
we don't have to start off with Outposts. We could keep it last. We could start off with Glacier. We could just do the list.
Just do the list.
Okay, we'll do the list.
We'll do the list. I'll switch.
Most of these changes are nice.
Yeah, Glacier. I like the Glacier changes.
Yeah. Okay. So make sure to tell me your guys' color, because I don't have the. Well, people aren't gonna know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to stretch sketch now.
Wicked. All right.
So I'm gonna switch the thing right here. There you go.
The Minotaur is hella strong in
What was that, Luxon?
And what?
Luxon died.
Full comp in 6v6. The Mino, it's broken.
Yeah, it's dumb.
In 6v6?
Well, in certain maps, yes. It's like it has its uses, but
I said it was gonna be a solid anchor. I said it was gonna be a solid anchor.
People think it was gonna be though.
I think people are just either. I think they thought it was gonna be like I just slap it in and go tank.
Yeah.
You just need to use it properly. Like steps, defense is unlosable because Minotauro exists.
Right.
Like if you swap the Minotauro out and like they have to play Badger at A4 and something else, 0 line. Now it's pushable. You can push. With the Minotauro, no, because you cannot shoot at it and you have to take 2500 every minute. So you lose a tier 10 per minute and you need to fight the other dudes. And
the only spot on steps is that C0
I noticed on
spot
Ghost
where
Town it
it's
wasn't
really
that strong though. Chase got shit on by whoever was in that 277.
No, we were scrimming it a lot on Ghost, or just trying to bring them even to like proc and stuff, and they're just it's just not good.
Yeah.
From what we played and from what I've played since I played myself, that tank should not be allowed to be played.
Okay, so you think it should be? I think who I know most of the teams wanted to ban it, but I guess a couple didn't, or maybe even one. I think it has to be unanimous. So if some team like 200 MS goes,
I don't
no
think we
bueno.
ever got
No,
to.
the
I don't think we
captains
ever got to
couldn't
the
vote on that. Yeah, they weren't allowed to because I think Wargaming like
I don't think they ever
wanted
got to
it
a
in the
point
game.
where we were actually gonna have a vote.
The vote was only on maps. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't like Siegfried?
I
Just
like
kinda sucks, I think.
I
Siegfried.
would be down for it.
I think Siegfried's pretty.
I thought
like, you can do a lot of different
people.
things
To
on it.
me, it seemed like Siegfried would have been better than like Steps or Murrow.
No.
No, you don't think so?
Siegfried, the cap in the city, well, especially with Minos now, would just be like you could hold the cap in the
That's
city
a good
so light,
point. Yeah,
and
that's a good
then,
point.
like,
I just
the
kind of
field
wanted to see
cap
something different.
was
You know what I
kinda
mean?
Playable.
But see, like now you just cannot
Well,
add a map
Murrow
because
now-
Minotauro is on.
Murrow is really interesting now. I haven't got to play it in a match yet, but
What else was supposed to be in there? Wasn't it supposed to be like Lakeville? That shit got cut real quick.
Oh,
Remember that shit?
Lakeville. Yeah, no one wants Lakeville.
Yeah.
All right.
One of
Anyways,
those. I was
who
never
wants
on
to
the
start off with Glacier? What they think?
I think it's a positive change.
Yeah,
It's-
really good changes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, it's like Ferret said this before we started.
Yeah.
It's basically like you get fewer insane games from farming like 3 mice that are all trying to cross. But it's more consistent because you have like you don't get owned if like you can't play, because if you couldn't play mid before because there was triple arty or because you weren't in a hull down tank, now you actually have options because you can play behind the rocks in north as well as sort of go south if south is playable for your tank. I don't know. It's still kind of not a great map, but I think the changes are definitely very positive.
So I want to point out. So obviously, I'm gonna be the hot pink ping here. So what I've noticed is that pubbies, like, they still go heavy to 0 line and K line, and what's going on right now, what I've been seeing is whichever team brings more to K0 loses. Like whichever team,
I've
like,
been seeing I've seen like literally every game go like this. It's just it's like a pretty even split, and no one on either team ever wants to drive past here because they die to whoever's still sitting in the middle. So then you just end up with whoever has like the Unicum in the north is gonna win this. And then go AFK in the middle, and then the game's just gonna sit like this for the rest of the game because you can't.
No, I have not had those at all. I would
Really?
I'll start like here. I'll start right here to shoot the fucking mediums and lights trying to take uphill because they're really annoying when you're trying to.
Some interesting pubs, man.
When you're trying to push into here. No, listen. I'm fucking mad right now. Okay, so I go here, right? A little fucking mediums and shit. I'll put them on the fucking map right here. So little mediums are going up here and shit, right? Little fucking light tank is flipping right here, right? And he's like, I literally shit on a bat chat last night in a 780. I went here in the bat chat, like he got here was looking at me and fucking didn't pay attention and literally drove into this fucking wall right in front of me. Because he got scared that I was there, right? So then I shit on him. Then I overpoke him and fucking kill him like when he's like there, right? But still a shit game because this is what happened, right? I killed the bat chat and like there was like a light tank that got up like a 1390. So then I'm right here and I'm like looking over here. I'm looking at my mini map. I lit 4 dudes crossing, right? I'm looking at my mini map. Not a single fucking friendly tank is here. You know what I have that's a heavy that's over here? It's a KV4 sitting E2 right here. Randomly, right? So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, I'll flex this way, right? And like it'll be okay. So I try to flex this way, and there's like a 57 here for some reason. Just it's having the time of his life. So he starts clipping me, right? I'm playing a 780, so I'm coping, right? So he like hits the fuel tank. So I'm like, okay, this is fine, right? You know, like I'm like the dog on fire meme, right? I'm like, this is fine. And then a 50 TP is already here. He pokes me, fucking catches me on fire, and I'm burning, going this way, and then I die, right? It's really and like literally. It's all my games have been like if I'm north and I go over here and like their team goes hill and then like I can't play the outside and the outside's bussing. The outside is really good. So it's like what I'm saying is the map is good. It's good changes because let's say let's say nobody gets uphill. As a good player, I'm obviously going to take the outside from both sides, right? Like that's 100% what we're going to do. And we're going to go get it aggressive as possible, right? And then pray to God that people are going here. Like what I'm going to start doing on Glacier, I'm literally going to start pinging and making the fucking heavies go over here. Like I'm actually going to start puppy whispering because I am tired. I'm tired of seeing VZ55s over fucking here, bro. Like I'm tired of it, bro. I actually tilt here.
Like I feel like the only thing that can play Zero Line is like it's like a V4.
You're laughing. I remember one time I was in a Vipera. I was in a Vipera right here, right? Shitting on these guys. There's a fucking Oho, like driving this way. He went this way, right? I'm on the time of my life. I'm like, oh shit, I just shut an Oho. I start moving up, and there's a fucking 2 light tanks right here just shitting on me, bro. I'm like, oh shit, this is fucked. So I start backing up, right? And there's like these ice edges are soapy and shit. So I start backing up, and then the Vipera's right here, and he fucking pokes me whole down. I was like, no shot.
If you're ever driving past
that's not a good idea.
Yeah, no, I know, but the Viper is so fucking slow, so you cope. You fucking cope in those tanks. Like I've seen Magnan make so.
You have like 1 or 2 teammates with you, like unless they have like 7 or 8 and they really want to hold W. You're kind of usually okay.
Yeah.
Because like they'll sit here and cancel this crossing or play against these guys, and they'll.
Well, another thing too is like that's actually really triggering is TDs are still camping here, and it's like it's worthless. Yeah, it's literally worthless. Like it's literally worthless. Like this is worthless. This is kind of okay. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I think from here you can shoot the mid as well. That's the only other angle they try to use.
Kinda, but it's like nobody goes here anymore. It doesn't matter. Like it's a good opening. Yeah, but it's not like a consistent. It's not like a consistent farm like it used to be.
Where do you play as a TD in this map? Actually,
yeah, I was gonna say I don't
like
I don't know where a TD would go.
I was playing a Vipera, so I was just playing heavy lane, right?
Yeah, because
if
you have armor,
you're more classic TDs. Like
I think you go here,
like a Sturv, a Grill.
Yeah.
You go here.
You have to play there, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Or you play H2.
Well, I feel like this is still kind of nice, especially it's a lot nicer now because a lot less people go middle, so you're less likely to get a lit going up there.
Yeah,
but the problem is you get lit here, and then people right here can shoot you, and there's always somebody right here because I feel like South has a problem. So I didn't really have a lot of these problems north, or you know what I mean, like north, more people go this way for some reason than south.
South spawn has a space issue.
Yeah,
but I think you don't get as much of the map by far. It's not even close.
I think it's also like puppies just literally get discouraged by like this, just the land. like I shit you not. From this side, it's just all open driving. From this side, you get a mountain, and that's a lot of work for the puppies. Right?
Yeah,
it's a lot of W holding.
Yeah. And
they're like, I gotta drive over this mountain to get over here. Yeah, that's why the KV4 only made it to fucking E2. Exactly. You know what I mean? He was like, I feel like my fingers are tired, brother.
Smiley, you're lucky you didn't just start going this way and say, fuck it, I'm just going over here. You know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, have you ever played over here? I went over. I was playing. I remember okay. So I got into a tier 10 game in my charioteer. I remember this shit. I got into not a charioteer. No, what was it? I was playing a Gag 88. Don't ask me why. Somebody gifted to me, so I played it for a couple games. Huh?
I think Luxon likes that tank for some reason.
Yeah. Sorry. It wasn't a tier 10. It was a tier 9. It was a tier 9 game, and there was a tier 9 Sturv right on the enemy team, and I'm like, and he was like the only other TD on the enemy team, and I was like, okay. I was like, yo, if I play my Yag 88 over here, it's like free real estate. The fucking Sturv was there. Like, actually, fuck me, right? Like, I held this corner right here, killed like 2 Progettos that tried to YOLO me, because the thing unironically has like, you guys know that thing turns like at 48 traverse.
Yeah,
I know it's
the Yak Tigers are pretty good.
It's pretty good, and so like I shit on those guys, and then I'm like, poggers, I get to move up, and then the Sturv's like right here. I was like, no.
Can you even pen it?
You have to. So it's 237 APCR, so you have to hit the cupola.
Okay, yeah.
You have to hit the cupola. It was coping, but I had a pretty decent. I was doing 3,300 in it session wise, so it wasn't that bad. But so what map do you guys? Let's see. Let me look at the Discord real quick. Pearl River
next?
Not really.
It just means south. You can actually play mid.
There's not that many changes.
The problem these maps have is they are splitting half. Like
Pearl River is one of those maps where it's just like.
I've had a really interesting Pearl River last night in my 780. I went over here, waited like 30 seconds, nothing came. Full tier 10 game, by the way. Right?
Was it encounter?
No. I did have an encounter game.
Oh, for encounter, I've been thinking about going this way.
Yeah, I did have an encounter, but I also had a standard. I had 2 versions. No, because I remember I had a standard one where there was like a 1-2-1B end game that ended up here. He was trying to go for the cap with the E for the M or whatever. But I remember it was an encounter, right? And I see a 277 get lit here. So I'm like, oh, Pog, I'm gonna go over here. And I get him to one shot. And instead of chasing him, there was like a Minotauro over poking. So I went for him. This 277, by the way, that ran away from me ends up killing 5 of my teammates, and we lose because of it. He like sat here, and there was like a 268 that was lit, by the way, back here, and all my teammates were like, "I'm gonna poke this," like fucking stupid puppies, man. Actually triggered me. But the one thing that I notice is there's so much more middle fighting, so much more middle fighting.
Because South can actually play it now. So
yeah,
like...
but the thing is, like, when you're like, from the Unicum baiting perspective, a middle fight is never
like, a good idea.
Yeah, because you're gonna go here and put a couple shots in, but you're never really gonna be able to commit in because it's like super risky.
I don't know if
you only get the farm if the right amount of enemy tanks come over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then like people just die because they're shoved into here to fight each other, or shoved into here to fight each other, or shoved into here to fight each other. So by the time you're done killing your flank, either your team is rolling them, or you've lost by a lot, or you get one of those magical times where like you've been able to farm and the rest of the game is kind of stagnant. But on this map, the game just goes through so fast because everyone's shoved into a brawl so quick.
Yeah,
true. One of the things that pisses me off, like actually pisses me off, is the fact that there's a lot of maps that are like this, right? That are like, oh, we go for the hill. How many maps come in? Mines.
Yeah.
Pearl River.
Outpost.
Yeah. Abbey. There's so many in
Tundra, kind of. Sort of.
Oh,
yeah. Tundra
needs a change, man.
Tundra, Himmels. Yeah.
Cliff.
I like Tundra.
I find Tundra is so one-sided, but we can talk about it later. But
we can.
This south spawn always wins because of the farming position in the north, and then your team doesn't actually commit to anything.
That's interesting. Yeah, you get early game damage, but you don't actually like take positions. Yeah,
and then because like the one line is better from the south side too.
Yeah.
So and then they always take the hill because they're not farming you crossing, so you just end up with nothing to do.
Yeah.
The north has very good holding positions. Like for
but
later
your
on.
puppies always go somewhere to die. And then
So you guys know. So what about? So what's like?
Are we talking about like winning exclusively, or just like good for games?
Well, good for games and
fun
winning.
and farm.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little off track, but so what do you guys think about the changes? They're kind of mid. Like, I mean, because this is just this, but I feel like it's changed.
For me is that from south, you can't boost the high ground now in F7, or it's a lot harder. I think. Like someone tried to do it. And
you have to do right here now.
Yeah, it's here.
It's
not. It used to be here. It's here now.
Yeah.
You have to go like this. You could do it like 277
That was always
stuff.
what I was doing. Is it still doable? Okay. I was.
You used to have to do this if you're in a faster tank.
No, what I was able to do is like you sit like like there,
Mhm.
and then if you can like you could wedge up on the wall and drive forward, and you could get the speed, like enough speed.
Yeah, there's like a rock here or something that they put, so you could actually still do it.
Yeah, so I think that position is very strong.
Yeah.
I wish there was an equivalent one on the north. Because
you can boost.
Yeah,
like,
but it's not
this
as
area
good.
Is, yeah, it's not as good.
and because people
You
can go
have to be
A5
really
until you,
fast.
right?
You do a double because you have to double boost. You have to keep your speed.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you have to boost. You boost right here at this edge, and then it's right here in the middle for this
The
one.
second one is
But then
the second one's easy.
you're like committing your game to this, though. You know, when you make the decision that
no,
you're gonna do it.
You do that when your team's losing, and you sit there and
Yeah,
farm, right?
exactly.
It's when you're losing the zero line, you can go up there and you can kind of farm.
But
and
I
use your TDs.
always find it's the other way around. Like I'll come up here and then end up coming back like this,
agreed.
or I'll come up here and then end up coming back like this.
Because going around the other team's side, you get shot on the side by TDs. Because
yeah.
You experienced that yesterday.
Another thing, another thing that's really like, I don't know. I've never thought of 1-2 line. I really ignore it most of the time.
I go there
actually
like
really. It's
there
really
like
nice. I think it's really nice to fight here, and you can get some bleed on this. But the problem is just there's not enough people that ever go here. So then,
It's the same as
being a damage whore, then I don't want to go down there because there's nothing to shoot.
That's what I think. Like when I think of Pro River and I look and there's like 5 TDs on each team, I go, do I really want to take the chance crossing that K line and getting like yagged or something for what, you know, a STB by itself? You know what I mean?
If you're
Does that make sense?
enough, then like you come here, but even if you win this and your team's lost the middle, then you're just kind of.
I feel like for a fast heavy, you're either boosting into mid or you're just taking the brawl, right?
I honestly, I love like the north brawl, like the heavy,
Yeah,
the heavy corridor brawl. I think it's really good.
That's where I
and,
go
like,
every time.
Yeah, I pretty much play
Yeah, no,
anything with
I
any
agree.
armor, I go there.
I
Yeah.
think it's
The
really
only
good.
thing is like it's very easy to get caught out. I'm just like made the same mistake like 4 times. Well, you can go down here and you're farming everything, and then you like stop looking at what's exactly in front of you, and you see like there's just 5 red tanks just annihilating your team over here.
I stay on the
"Oh,
left
I'm dead
side
now."
because
Yeah.
you can A, play hold down, and B, you can leave.
You
if
can
need
run.
be.
Yeah, like dude,
Yeah.
like I know some of you have probably backed up and like clutched a game right here before.
100%.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Because then they
watching them
overpoke.
get-
Yeah, because then they
that's going
overpoke
through
here,
this, yeah.
and if you're in something you can side scrape, or even just like you can pull cooldown right here because of the way the terrain works. It's pretty bussy.
And then
Like I remember playing here a lot in my
Yeah.
260 and like baiting super
Yeah.
conks, and they get fucking mad
Yeah.
or something
No,
like that.
I like this map. I mean, it'll
Which
always
was
be
just
the
like
spot in my
the
heart.
one thing that I noticed is like you can't do it from this side. Like this side you have to
No.
full run.
because it's
Yeah.
much lower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it
The
just
angle's
goes
just wrong.
low.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing about this side that's nice though is because this side curves, this side doesn't, so you can hold down like way up here and shoot this. Like if they maybe let's say they weren't pushing this, but you're in something that didn't have gun depression, so you couldn't really play here. So you could like sit here and just shit on them, right? In IS-7, 277, 260, and then you're still here, so you could still like leave. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
definitely
You're not
had a
committed.
lot of good games. Like the best games I find is when they're overcommitted here. You get your couple shots while your idiot teammates are in here. Or
Yeah.
here, and then you leave them. To
And then you
die,
leave and you
come
go
back
take
here and
mid.
you get covered
Yeah,
by
100%, 100%. I completely agree.
It's the
I
best
think-
way to play it damage horror.
Oh,
with.
100%. I think that
But
Pro
even if you're
River.
playing for the win, what are you gonna do? Stay
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
do
better
what?
to
You
be
stay
alive,
there
yeah,
and cult.
yeah.
Oh, my teammates are bad. Like they're always bad. Let's be honest here. Like they're always fucking bad. Like I think that's probably about it, right? For Pro River, it wasn't a big change. It made
The
South
changes were
mid
tiny.
playable.
It was the south entry to mid.
Yeah,
That's it.
like that's
Yeah.
it. All right, so
Map
we can
is still
move.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a good
Yeah.
change though. It wasn't anything too crazy.
I'm not a huge fan of Pro River, but it's
was the next
definitely
map?
not worse enough to like
Hills.
ban it.
So I don't
ever.
have to open. Okay.
It's
Wait,
insane.
what did they change on hill? Oh, the hill.
There's
The
hill.
The hill I
over
never
there,
go
north-
to because I
north
just
one
shit
gets
on
all
everybody
done
in,
now.
in the
It's
middle.
nice.
It's
I like
it's
Wait,
good. I like it.
Himmels.
I
It
like
makes
it.
it makes the hill brawl a lot more interesting.
And it's
Although
only for
from
one
a-
side, right?
Although
Yeah.
from a Clan Wars,
Yeah.
perspective, it's not balanced because from here, anywhere on the 2 and 3 line shits on you playing here. So you
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
actually hold the hill evenly and kind of hold the low still, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
Okay.
But I think for pubs, it's a good change.
Yeah, for pubs it's definitely really nice.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times you would go north side hill and you can't stop these guys and you just
Yeah.
get caught.
Yeah.
And so, what did they specifically change? Because like, it's probably hard to see. So
It's
I know
not
they
on
made like
trap
hold
sketch.
downs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, there's a huge lower ground here, so you can
Yeah.
actually play hold down against this.
They just
and you play
removed, they
hold down
removed a ton
against
of
all
dirt
this.
basically. That's
Yeah.
all.
Isn't there a sign
They
that
just dug a
sticks
hole.
out here a little bit more?
No, the building itself, like all like moved.
It looks like the
Okay.
building. It's like a square on the building, so it looks like you could side scrape there now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks.
Yeah.
I zoomed in there.
Oh, if you, I'm pretty sure you would never side scrape here.
No,
Oh,
so
okay.
the angle,
You can
the
just play
angle's
hold
wrong
down
because
here.
you end up
Yeah.
like showing your engine deck, I think, or something.
Ah,
it's like
okay.
awkward.
Makes sense.
And the
Makes
other
sense.
thing is,
Yeah.
if you're side scraping here, this angle's still the same from here.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
that's
get
fun.
screwed still.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't change that part. So.
The only
Mm.
thing that's lower is in towards here, and you'll still have
Yeah.
the same shots onto all of this, which is kind of nice too.
Okay. And then
For pubs,
so
it's solid. It's a very
yeah.
solid
So
change.
that means small
Agreed.
change. Everybody. I mean, I think they didn't make Himmelsdorf bad.
No.
Did they make it better?
Slightly.
I mean, Himmels has always been.
Yeah. Since time
Fine.
immemorial.
I feel
Yeah,
like
decent.
Himmels is always gonna be one of the maps that people of probably better to insane skill level will always put in like a top 5.
Yeah.
In my
it's
opinion.
it's very consistent.
It is very
Mhm.
consistent.
Yeah.
It's
The fact that Artie is less effective. The fact
That's
that
true.
There's
Big
no
one.
like TD sniping positions. Artie's less effective. I'm not saying not effective.
Yeah.
Shoots hail a lot.
he said
but
less, not
less effective.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
a bit
Okay,
of a prop.
actually, that's actually really. I don't think we talked about Artie. Did we talk about the Artie MM change and the EBR MM change?
It's
No,
so
we didn't.
nice.
Yeah, run
Yeah.
I don't think the light
It's-
tank changes really did anything for me though. I'm gonna be
No,
honest.
I
I
think
think
the
having an idiot in a
tolerance
light
for light
tank.
tank. Yeah.
The only thing I've
Yeah.
seen is I've seen a couple people post pictures of the Q timing out when they're trying to play like a Lynx or an EBR 90.
Oh, I thought it was only
Okay.
it's all the way down to tier 8. They have the light matchmaking change
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
it might even be
That's
7.
huge.
It might even
For
be
normal
7 or
odds.
6.
Yeah,
Tier
I
7
mean,
doesn't
that's
have
actually
it.
probably pretty nice. 'cause,
Okay,
you
tier
know,
7
if
doesn't
you're
have it.
playing
It's 8 plus, right? Yeah, because I think I
don't
saw a
wanna-
Lynx
yeah.
Q timeout and an EBR 90 timeout.
I mean, you don't want to be fighting a fucking ELC even 90 in your links, especially on like a map, a
true.
spotting map. It's just terrible. You got
Damn, that's
spotted by,
actually
like,
a
10
good
years.
good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the one time like the non EBR is way better at being a light
The
tank.
one thing I don't
Other than,
did
like,
they
the
do that
maintaining
to the
us.
premium? Like tier
They
8?
must-
They
they
must
must-
have.
they must
They
have.
must have, yeah.
So you
Something
have
like
to
that.
play an EBR. So they're putting what EBR 75 versus Lynx,
Links
and an
Yeah,
EBR
Lynx
75.
versus Lynxes.
Are they
Okay.
considered the same? Interesting.
If
They
they're
must
considered
be.
the same, I think the
Yeah.
EBR 75 is way
It's
better.
wheel or no wheel.
Yeah.
Way better.
Well, that's kind of crazy now.
Oh,
That
it's
if you're
wheel
gonna
and
play
wheel,
an
yeah.
EBR 75, you're always gonna get matched against a Lynx. That's pretty.
Well, in the MM,
There's
I,
a little.
Well,
there's
you're
a
gonna
lot
be,
more
well, you're gonna
premiums.
be matched against your own. Oh, but wouldn't it be classified via being it a wheelie?
Yeah,
So
it
you're
is
either playing
classified as a
another
wheelie.
EBR or a
they're both
Lynx.
wheeled. Yeah, they're
But
both
how
wheeled.
many Lynxes are played?
Yeah, I think
towards
there's
late
way
I think
compared
you're
to
always gonna get
75s.
another
Slotty
EBR
75s,
75.
Yeah.
Lynxes get screwed because Lynxes have to always fight EBR 75.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. That's a good point. So like
Lynx, you get screwed.
one wheel
Yeah.
per team, one track, I believe, was the change. Yeah, exactly.
Supposed to be. It's like
It's
so-
supposed
so
to be, but I've still
MM
seen 3 per
will-
team. Have you guys still
yeah.
seen 3 lights per team?
Yeah,
I've still seen
yeah,
3 lights
yeah,
per team.
It's
especially
really
since
bad.
13105 is.
It's when
is
when
in
all
the-
the when the boomers are already like all their RDs are in battle still. Somehow
They want to run it down.
they want to run it down.
Yeah.
What else?
The 2 RD
Yeah,
thing
2 already max.
is not.
There's too many art.
It's nice in a way, but it's also like so you never see triple RD, which is
But you
obviously
always
awesome.
see
But you
double.
Right.
always see double, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's like on the balance, is it better? I don't know. Like, I-
Right. So
I
I
couldn't tell you.
think personally, the fact that I've played what 100 and something battles, and I have never seen 3 RD.
You can still
Yeah.
get them.
You can still
in the
get them,
tier
but
spread
I
game,
personally
'cause I bought
haven't.
a couple of those.
So
it happened to me late at night. Yeah.
right, but what I'm saying is like that's huge. I think because like 3 RD shooting at you
bad.
specifically is a game
Yeah.
you can't do
Oh.
anything.
Yeah, your game's done.
Oh, like
I mean-
Mally Hill. I mean, even now,
Yeah.
Mally
Who
Hill
are
with
they?
like Batchat and 261s, it's so
Yeah.
cancer.
Well, it's
No,
just 'cause
I
RD
understand.
RD is, again,
Well, the
unbalanceable.
problem has
Mechanically
always
Yeah.
been here's
impossible.
the thing, Ferret. Here's the thing. If there's one RD on the enemy team and he decides to shoot only you, that's
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it, right? But now the fact that but when there was 3, you ever get a Mally game and it looks so good, right? And you're like, ooh, and then you see the guys at the bottom, and there's 3 Artie, and you're like, oh, great, right? You know, I remember I got a really good game.
Well, that kind of goes for like the entire like team comp. You always look at the top, and then unfortunately that blue shade comes up really quick, and then you're like, fuck, there's like 7 TDs and like 3 Artie at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the one thing that really irritates me, that I think that they should have changed, to be honest, less Artie across the board is, I guess, cool, you know, and maybe even no Artie games, but I personally would have preferred a change based off of maps. Does that make sense? Like the really open maps, like they just a less chance. Like if Mally and Proc had like a specifically just like less chance to get them, right? Like, does that make sense?
And just stick Artie on like Himmels and Ensk.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck themselves. I mean, I would support this.
Yeah.
From no way they would allow it.
Yeah, from an objective wargaming standpoint, there's no way they do that.
No, there's no way. And
I allow there to be one. No, she's not multiple. Like
I think 1 Artie in every game is fine.
I think if they want to keep like perma to Artie, it's fine. They just need to remove stun and allow you to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, let me lose like 100 HP.
I think just stun should just do less. Like it shouldn't stun you for so long. The amount of damage Artie's putting out now, I mean, you get the odd HE damage around here, which just smacks you for 30 of your HP, and you're like, okay, well, fuck. But
it's like the one
stun is still so annoying.
Yeah,
it's
like
the one balancing factor of the AMX
to your crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you guys feel if an upcoming patch either half stunned or removed stun completely with the current MM changes?
I think they'd want to keep it, so like the best change would probably be like make the debuff less harsh, because your tank is literally unplayable almost when you're stunned.
Yeah, it's just
like the debuff is crazy.
The debuff, because it's half, right? Isn't half true?
It's
like
it should be like it should be like, okay, the thing that pisses me the fuck off, because we've all played the AMX M454 here, right? That fucking thing gets hit for so much,
and they're like, I was,
and they'll fucking miss you. They will miss you and do 200 plus. It's wild. And the only thing I think of, because those of you that play the 260 probably know too, like it gets hit hard. I think like tanks that are lifted, the way that the splash works, or something. Well, no, because I've noticed that like tanks that are lifted off the ground, because the AMX is pretty high up if you think about it, if you look at the tracks, and that's the only thing I can think of, because they buff the side armor. When I originally played that tank, I would get pinned by Artie. Like Artie. Like when they
the splash mechanics are what the old AG mechanics were. So it's like it finds the weakest point of the armor within.
Yeah, I know when it hits it now, it just takes the
nominal value.
Yeah, the nominal. Yeah, so the 60 is a lot better.
Is still same as old splash. Okay.
Yeah, splash was unchanged. And that makes sense, because if you're drawing a line from where it impacts the ground into like the bottom of the tank, if your tank's more raised, you're gonna have more chance of hitting the bottom. Yeah,
I think that's the only thing I've noticed, because like some lower profiles, like I don't get hit. Like a perfect example is like a 277. I feel like it doesn't take those big hits when it doesn't miss. When they miss an AMX, you're still taking 200. You're like, what the fuck? You look, and he hit it landed five fucking feet behind you, and you took 250. You know, and you're like, what the fuck? And then that happens with 277, it's like 100 and something, but it's still 15-second stun, which is what we were talking about. You know, the cell shock effect doesn't happen correctly with how Wargaming implemented it, so it needs to disappear. You're absolutely right. I think that stunning is not the way to go. I think they should have went like special rounds way, and I'm not talking about AP. I'm talking about like they should have made like smoke or like a lighting shell or something like that. Like they should add something to Artie. I think another big thing is
they're trying to keep it balanced kind of for competitive too, though, and I think that wasn't that kind of part of the reason behind the stun mechanic. But like everyone,
the stun mechanic is literally, if you're coping a little bit, the stun mechanic is literally for people that are already mains to feel like they're doing something. That's literally all it is. That's literally all it is.
You get
and the thing is, you didn't have to make it a negative for the people that don't play Artie. You could have made it a positive and make them actually feel useful. Like you could eventually have an arty go, hey, do you have a illumination shell? Can you shoot this bush? Can you shoot the E2 bush on fucking, and you know what I mean?
That would
Like,
be
Oh,
so
I would
funny.
hate that.
Yeah, but like
God, that'd be
when they shoot
terrible.
that, they should get lit at least. No?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
You can make exactly. No, Luxon has a good point. No, here's the thing. That's not the only thing. I'm talking about. So lighting, right? So lighting, like lighting shells and smoke shells. Okay, so smoke shells can
That's
counter
really
lighting
cool.
shells. Now listen. I'm just gonna keep on going. Because remember, no stun. Remember, no stun. Right? That's big. Another thing is they get bonus XP. And like extra damage for killing other arty on the enemy team. Okay, so let's say they kill a T92 of 500 HP, they actually get like double or triple that HP. So if they kill T92, they get 1500 damage instead of 500.
What about like an equivalent heavy tank? Like,
yeah,
like
or something like that.
So
I
it's
don't
like,
really
it's like
care, right? I want some type of implementation to where it's rewarding for them to counter arty. Does that make sense?
I also need to get rid of arty missions. That's just stupid.
That's another good one. They should increase the minimum stun to 30 seconds, triple arty alpha damage. No, what? Shut up, BF.
Hot take, dude. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
And another thing too. So the changes I think are good for the arty, but another thing too, like a good way to fix it. Maybe the lighting shells is kind of cope because like if your arty dies early game, you're fucked, right? If you're playing a light tank, and light tanks already have it hard. So let's just fuck the lighting shells. Maybe the smoke shells would be good. Because
computers.
Huh?
Like if let's say Magnan gets a smoking shell, motherfucker.
Fuck Magnan! Fuck him! I don't give a shit.
No, and also
finally he won't average 5K in like a fucking, you know, fuck him. I don't give a fuck you, Magnan. I don't give a fuck. I want Artie to not shoot me the whole fucking game when I'm not lit too, like blind fire me and shit too. You know what I mean? I think Alexa's like, what about Magnan's PC? Fucking buy a new PC. Stop spending so much money on your SA account and buying gold. But motherfucker buys so much gold per year. He can fucking buy a new PC. That's you know what I mean.
If there's a batch at already with smoke shells, a lot of computers are gonna die, especially Magnans. Like,
dude, okay, Frontlines has the smoke shit though, so it's a thing. Like it's a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can implement it. You know.
Dude, imagine that in competitive.
They do kind of seem to be
with,
steering.
Like 9 smokes.
I don't know if you guys have seen the new 7v7 coming up, but they said they're gonna have some kind of like funny mechanics in there, and it looks like they're starting to push those kind of game modes out a little more. Where you know, like whatever the most recent one was, where they just fucked with all the characteristics of the tanks. And
the first one was cool. The second one nobody played.
Yeah,
nobody played. Which is hilarious. It's like even pubbies. It's funny when even pubbies have good takes. Like even pubbies are like, I'm not playing that. That shit's ass. You know what I mean? Like even pubbies are like, that's dog shit. You know what I mean? Like that shit is like, I was like, no, good shit. You know what I mean? Like they, you know, every blind squirrel finds a reason. You know what I mean? To not play arty is what I'm gonna say. So, then another thing is, I mean, there needs to be a reason for them. Like, here's another good one. I think that sometimes there should be penalty for them shooting the same person. And rewards for shooting different targets.
I think they should just be penalized a lot faster for shooting their teammates, man.
Oh yeah.
You know,
times you're fighting someone and you get stunned by your own arty. Oh Jesus. That's
arty missions in campaigns 100% need to go. I personally, I got a 260 without ever playing arty. That shit was fucking toxic.
Like, they're hard as fuck to do now because of the arty changes.
They're really hard to do. That's why I don't have a 279E, because I'm not playing arty. I'm not playing arty. Like I'm not playing arty. People would like unironically get mad at me for not playing arty. By the way, they're like, just play arty and get your 279E. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like I'm not playing arty. I'm not stooping that low.
Terrible now because of the HE changes. Like, there's only one 279 line which doesn't make you do internal crits, and that's the only one that's like doable because it's literally impossible unless you set someone on fire.
I got. What was it? Is it like the Union internal crit one? Or how many of them have the internal crit ones?
It's only the German one that doesn't have it, because that's how I got mine.
Right. I did the internal one for the Union in the Russian Chinese. I think I just need
the rest of the
American one.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
I did mine. I did what's the coalition? I think.
Coalition is like the
and then
French,
you
French
just
and
roll.
Yeah.
You just roll in a TVP with Deadeye.
Yeah.
And if you get that shit.
The armor block mission. Did that shit with honors in the Vipera. That shit was easy. I did it without even trying, bro.
Yeah, I guess well-armored TDs are better because they have less HP.
Yeah,
that's smart.
It's because Boba. It's because I'm not trying to actively go for the missions.
Well, because previously, right, like when you're doing coalition and blocking missions, what tank were you gonna play? Like an SCB?
60 TP.
Was the 60 TP part of it?
Oh, okay. Is Polish coalition? I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure coalition was just French and.
It's French, Italian, Czech, and.
Let me.
Polish is a part of the Union.
Yeah. Poland is with US and Britain.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's on the alliance. French, Italian, Czech, and Swedish.
Yeah, you just go Kran and sit and hope they shoot.
Yeah, cope.
Which they never do.
Use cope. Like I don't even. Another thing too is I don't want to play light tanks.
You can do the
fucking assistant missions.
Just go with
I'm fucking lazy. I probably should just platoon and get those done really easily.
Yeah, it'd be trivial. It's trivial in platoons. Is how I did it.
Also, playing light tanks is very like to get the missions. See, unlike RT missions, you can choose naturally play light tanks and get the missions done. Besides the killing RT one, that's just YOLO down the line and fuck them up. But like, you just play the light tank and it comes. Like mission 15 for light tanks is playing and getting a good game.
Oh yeah, it's like AK combined or something. It's
just, See,
I bought the 1305 and did it.
I don't know, cause it's Ferret.
Yeah, why Smiley? Why is my camera stretched so much?
I don't know. Just cope.
That was
this shit looks like some player's like resolution, dude.
I don't know. What do you want me to?
Bro, I told Manu
Here, I'll fucking fix it on stream right now. I'll give a fuck. Okay, here.
I'm like, dude, you don't need such like wide resolution to aim in World of Tanks, bro.
And his
like,
is fine. Like is very specific too. It's like a decimal like aspect ratio. It's really weird.
It's so ugly to look at.
You have to like set it up in like
so
the NVIDIA
ugly.
Control panel.
Yeah, it's so ugly to look at.
It's just like strange. I don't get it. I mean, it makes sense like to have like less vertical,
less stretched.
It makes sense, but
yeah, you are.
Let's go.
I'm watching a Subway ad. I can't see it.
There you boys. He's cuter now. Yay! Give me a subs. Give me subs. All the Fines players, gifted subs right now. I fixed your collar. Okay. Anyways, so a little so we're all agreeing that the RD changes is Gucci?
In general,
as always.
Yeah, it's still RD's the issue.
And
they could make it
nobody, it sounds like nobody gives a shit about the EBR here.
No. Because we can aim.
Fuck the EBR.
Yeah.
Because we can hit them.
No, like unironically though, like literally, if you can aim, the EBR is not hard to hit. It's really not.
No, not
also,
since the nerfs.
I mean, so there's a difference between like muscles and like your average like 48%er. Like they're not dodging properly. They're like
most of the EBR just drive.
I don't know. Some of them. I mean, yeah. Some of them are kind of wild. It's when the little fucker presses like he switches the button from X to something else and he's pressing it all the time. Little fucking asshole. Like some of them are like you ever fucking like miss a EBR like once or twice or three times and you're like who the fuck is that? Is that somebody good? And then you look him up, it's just some shitter that knows how to press the X button. You know what I mean? Because I think you're right. I think if they don't know how to press the X button, they're shit. You know what I mean? At the right time.
I mean,
because their speed stays the same. It's like
wrong with the AVR is it's just faster than the others.
Yeah.
And
okay.
It can avoid damage.
Speaking of EBRs are so fucking annoying in AMX. Because your side is free. Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, okay, sure.
But
because like I had a game I was about to fucking blast people, and then a fucking EBR came out of nowhere, and while I was one shot, I was like, oh, well, I can't do anything.
I mean, I got penned in the side by a Type 5 with HE for 1k today, so.
Huh?
Yeah.
What's his HE pen?
Like
enough.
90.
Isn't it
enough?
90?
Is it 90?
Just enough, yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
Because your side is 85 now.
Yeah.
Doesn't one of the guns get like high HE pen?
I think
like
it is that one.
No, wait, for 1K? There's no 1K.
Yeah,
it was 980.
Oh no, yeah, it's 900, 192. Yeah, of course you can.
one of the guns is like 190 pen or something.
HE?
Bro, I should have played this
I
one
think so.
the other day. I was playing with the wrong one. Fuck. I would have shot on him harder, bro. What the fuck?
Shot on who harder?
On 200 MS. What the fuck?
Oh, right,
You
right.
were guessing.
Nah, he was
Yeah.
sniping me.
No, but you guys were just trolling in that game, Luxon. Come on.
I mean, bro, we played them on
You guys had
on
like
SAs,
double
yeah.
mouse and shit, bro.
Wait,
of
you guys
course.
played on
We
SA?
won anyway.
So you all had 10 ping?
No. We played
Oh.
on SACL against them.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh yeah, so the premium gets 192 pen. Yeah.
Yeah.
With 900 damage.
Damn,
you
coat,
should get on.
Fennec.
Fuck,
Cool.
man. Yeah.
Actually, you're
I am.
cool like it's fuck.
What do they look like I'm doing?
I love how the Type 5, the longer you don't play it, the shittier it gets.
Bro, the Type 5 is a good thing. I don't care.
You think so?
Fuck you, man.
I played
I
it a
support
couple
those
weeks
things.
ago. It was decent.
You played it a few weeks ago? Well, Tankmaster, you're like one of the best heavy players on the server, so
Like,
it's kind of weird to, you know what I mean? Like, I take your shit with a grain of salt. You're like, I did 5K in a fucking Type 5. Like, oh, good. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I just see Tank posting screenshots of playing like.
You'll play the
absolutely
dog.
just
Like, did
stupid
you see him
tanks.
in the
Yeah.
1-2-1? The regular 1-2-1? And he was like, shit
The
session, and it was like 22
looks
battles
better.
at 5,400
Yeah.
damage.
No,
Like,
Okay,
huh?
the 1-2-1
I wouldn't
looks
say
better,
that's bad.
but it's
That's
not
really good.
5K
Oh, okay.
The 1-2-1 is very
capable.
good now.
The regular 1-2-1? It's
Yeah.
it is better. I did play it.
It's
I
really
just
good,
shitted
but
in
it's
it.
not to the numbers Tank's doing. Like
No, no. Like I was like
bro.
averaging. I was averaging
Yeah.
4K, and I was like, oh, this is actually decent. I'm averaging 4K. This man was like 5K, or I fucking slit my wrists, and I'm like, yo, chill. What the fuck?
Tank's like 4.5. Oh, what a shit session in the 1-2-1. Like
Magnet moment. Yeah,
It's actually a magnet moment.
the
yeah.
magnet
bro,
moment.
dude,
4.5.
Okay, that's the other thing. How do you play like 175 pubs like in 24 hours? Like, and he actually does sleep, so
That's
I don't know.
cap.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
sleeps like 5 hours, bro. He knows
Yeah,
how.
but-
the man
Okay,
isn't
but, like, even
sleeping.
if you just have to like eat and use the washroom, how the hell are you gonna play that many?
The
pubs?
fact that you assume he's eating. Have you seen how skinny he is?
Okay,
Bro,
that's-
He
not-
skips
He's not
day.
that skinny.
What do you mean?
Oh,
He's not
Phoenix
that
told me
skinny.
very
He's
well.
6'1" though,
And? He's
so
not
he's
that
skinny for how tall he is.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I saw. I was in
Yeah.
Montreal last week, so I saw. Him.
Oh, you saw him physically.
Yeah, I was like in person.
Okay.
We got sushi together. It was killer. It was killer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, at
Did
least
he
he has
talk
good
about tanks
taste.
24/7?
What?
So you actually stepped foot in. Damn, that's crazy. Are you
Well, no,
French
my-
Canadian?
No,
Oh.
my mom's from there.
Why do you say it like that though?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What? What I said? Like,
I think you called me
it was just
Omar or something.
it was a question. I didn't know. I had to
It's
figure
not
out if
a
I hate him or
slur.
not. What the what? There's nothing wrong with that. It's like a.
I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian, and we ask if you're French Canadian. So
Yeah.
I was just curious. I just wanted to know
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Fennec stands on the list. No, I'm just joking. Dude, Magnet is wild though. But anyways, let's talk about Berlin. What's going on with Berlin? Stretch sketch. I don't know what the changes were. What did they do? Oh,
It's
the
like
heavy
this
lanes,
one
right?
is-
Corner
and
here.
this.
Yeah, they widened it a little bit. They made it a
I
little
don't
more
really.
comfy to
I don't know.
play.
I think people push in more faster, and people sit back further now. Is what I've noticed.
Yeah.
I find I really enjoy.
I mean, that's good,
like
though.
playing
No,
through
it
here
is.
now. But
There's-
like whenever you get to playing through here, the problem is if there's always just one random idiot.
There's
then you're like,
always
okay,
an E3,
back to
Yagi
AMK
100s,
in the
a
window,
4K,
yeah.
some punk bitch. Yeah, actually,
Wait, did they make this area bigger here?
yes.
No.
Yeah, no, on this side, 100%. It feels
That looks
like
No,
way
specific.
more.
I
specific
know
the thing
some
he's pinging,
people-
no.
I know some people
This
like
right here?
these angles, like here and here, but I've
Mhm.
never,
Yeah.
I've never
No,
found
the-
them to be too crazy.
on the right side. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's good. It's
Yeah.
good if someone.
so. The
pushes,
right
like,
side's always been this big.
If someone
Okay.
pushes like there,
I mean, the
here,
hold
like,
down, the hold down
thing, you
right
can farm
here
them.
is not bad. They took out the window, but they gave you a
Yeah.
decent hold down,
It's
so you can
actually
still
playable
farm people
now.
when they push in right
Yeah.
here or when you're here.
I
Yeah.
like the changes for Berlin. I mean,
th-
it
this-
was never a great map, but
These changes are not bad, 'cause-
Berlin is one of those maps where, like, besides the light tanks being absolutely fucking useless since the change, it's not that bad. It's slowly becoming a map that is tolerable, I think, for a lot of us.
Agreed.
Would you guys
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah,
'Cause sometimes- 'cause
it's like-
sometimes-
it's like Pearl River for me. It's
Yeah,
like it can be
very much.
good. It's not
Yeah.
really bad, but like, do I want to be on Berlin?
It is kind of nice though, because sometimes when you look at the tank comp, if you're in something like decent, like a VZ55 or something that can like actually play JK pretty reliably, like sometimes you look at the tank comp and you're like, oh, there's only 3 heavies per team, not really a lot of HP, but there's 7 mediums. You're like, oh shit, I can go JK and just shit on these guys.
The problem is like, I think,
and there's not, I feel like there's not a lot of maps that you can do that on, which is kind of nice.
Starting to learn how to play in here and kind of just do the thing where they find their hold down and stare at you for the whole game.
That's true.
Or like,
whereas like JK, even if they're hold down and they're still staring at you, a lot of times they're mediums, right? So you can still shit on them because they have weak spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
I would say
the only problem with the JK is the fucking TDs, right?
Yeah.
At a certain point, it becomes unpushable.
Yeah,
I believe they need to make like this should be gone. By the way, bunker is useless.
I kind of agree. I literally
kind of unique to the map, I guess, but
I mean,
no, because it's not.
And move it like to here, right? This becomes a TD play. This is light and play to play around the TDs. This can shoot onto the TDs, and this can be another like brawling part for the map.
I think they could add a little.
You make
more,
the map more playable.
No, I mean I think the bunker, like, cool. Okay, Flounder has an EU account, right? He plays on EU. He had a video where he got like, what did he get? Like a Kona Bonovs and like a Pools medal playing a T-44-100 inside the bunker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just came in one by
They just kept on coming in one by one.
Well,
it was wild.
That's an EU moment.
Yeah. What are you talking about? EU is harder, okay? EU is harder, and Flounder is just a really good NA player, one of the best, okay? That's why he did that.
That part isn't wrong, but
it's harder to just find normal, intelligent people. Play the game.
Anyways, so this, I agree. You could take this out and whatever the fuck this is, and put bushes here. That would be nice.
Or just open up the bunker a little more, man.
Nah,
so safe
I think it needs to go because you'll be having the game of your life, and some fucker will just end up in here.
Yeah, see,
like it'll be like, look. There's a CS63 sitting fucking here the whole game, right? You're fucking winning heavy lane, so now you push into here, and then he sees you, and he's like, and he just starts shooting you, right? And literally ruins your fucking game. And then you look at the end of the game, and you're the only person he's fucking shot. Fuck that fucking bunker. Literally, if you ever, next time you get shot by a little fucker in that bunker, look at his fucking stat. You literally would be the only person he shot that whole game. I think
what would be interesting is if there's like, I find a lot of the times when it gets really stale, I'll even like pretty rarely, I'll find myself going A-line to clear out this guy so that we can finally like pressure into here. Maybe if they could add some like
bridges, more bridges.
You know, like I don't know why we.
There's not enough bridges on this map. There's 4, but they're in the worst spots. They don't matter. They're in they're in spots that literally don't matter. Well, actually, technically, there's 5 because this is a bridge. My bad.
I mean, like, if someone sits here, if someone sits here or someone sits here.
Oh god, I'm having PTSD moment. There was a fucking. I was playing a 780 and we pushed through here, and there was a girl right here, and there was this fucking dumbass STB that was pushing with us, and this guy, he was like 320, right? So I'm like, oh, the STB is gonna shoot him, right? And I'm like driving over here trying to shit on a Minotauro that's like here, and everybody's pushing him, and I get shot by the grill. And I look, and everybody's pushing, and nobody's shooting the fucking girl. So I had to turn this way. And then, like, some other guy got shit on. Like, a 60 TP was also one shot. And then the girl just shot him. And this fucking grill lived until after they killed the Minotauro. And I was just like, fucking puppies.
So
it is annoying because it's just
you're
like.
You're never going to go A-line as a good player either because it's not reliable.
No,
yeah. It's like mines. There's a lot of ways to map. This is poorly RT sitting. Like, this is useless as well, just for hiding and doing like extra 2 shots of damage.
One shot.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
like these corners. Like these corners,
honestly, all 4 corners.
Like all 4 corners are literally just like end game. My team is shit. I need to get 2 more shots of damage.
One time I owned Klaus in K1, so K1's actually kind of cool.
Nice flex, bro.
Yeah, kind of. Like,
we can look at War Thunder Berlin and compare the both. Why would I do that?
But yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of wasted map in a lot of maps. So like you have a 1,000 for 1,000 map, and you only playing like 500x500.
Oh yeah.
The rest of the map
don't you love? No, you don't love the Pearl River is like 30% mountain.
And the rest of it is like the rice
like mountain pass.
on the bottom.
And it's mountain you cannot access because like before we boost, fast tanks had another angle to play, right? Which now
I literally know,
helpful,
like,
'cause now
if they brought
tanks.
back boosts, so many people would come back. It's not even funny.
Like, oh yeah,
It'd make the game so much better.
Why do you guys think they don't like boosts?
Because
a lot of the boosts weren't even like game. Like, okay, there were some that were game.
I don't know. There was a guy that did the YouTube videos. It ruined his fucking life.
Yeah. No, because there was the boost on that old map that got changed, like where you could go up into the mountain and cover the cap circle.
Yeah,
I can't remember what. I don't even know what that map's called anymore. Like that boost is like, yeah, like that boost is game breaking because literally one person can get like 10k just by sitting up there. If no one knows how to come up to him, the enemy team can only argue him out basically.
True.
But like a lot of the other boosts is just like they're just fun ways to traverse the map. They don't put you in like a completely broken position. If anything, all their random rubble piles makes playing a 279 completely cancer if you're fighting against it, because it's just random rubble piles everywhere now on every map, and you just find somewhere, you angle up, and you're like, okay, go fuck yourself.
But like exactly, like imagine in Mountain Pass you have a 279 just angling up, and then a motherfucking batchat pops from the top of a mountain. It's like, well, fuck you, right? And I don't know. I just feel like it gives like the corridor maps, which is the maps, anyways. Like,
one of the coolest boosts, they didn't get rid of it yet. You can actually boost up the Mountain Pass hill. I used it once in my Chief, and it was crazy. You can boost
the north spawn.
Tobar said Tobar tipped $2 and said, "I like this new Elden Ring patch." I guess that was for Ferret.
Smiley, you remember last time he also asked if it was Elden Ring and donated you $1 to ask me or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember what we were doing, but he.
I got you, Pax. Sorry, I don't have it on because I put this on YouTube, so I don't really have like the sound notifications on and stuff. But I do look at it from time to time.
Fuck you, Tobar.
But anyways, Redshire. Look at this Redshire.
Redshire's good.
We're all thinking good changes.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's great. Actually, I think it probably is up there. Just because North was like when you got North, it was almost like an instant L. Right?
Oh, I was literally.
It was an instant L, and was everybody else coping on the 2-line? Yeah. That's what I thought.
I would always come here to fight to like try.
Wait, Tank, you would go 0 and cope?
I did it in the Type 5 Heavy, lost 2,500 HP, and yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
What I would do.
What I would do is like in a fat
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just sit D0. You sit D0. You don't cross the big open gap.
Okay.
You just sit D0, and there are angles you can like create on people.
Okay. And then you just get RD'd the whole game.
Hard for them to push you. No, I mean, okay, if RD's there, it's like you kind of.
The only thing that's changed, I think, is from a Clan Wars perspective, is when an enemy team is just camping in here, coming here is now so much.
It's like, viable, right?
No, it was before. It was really good because you would hold all of this down, and you'd slowly be able to like pick it out from angles. But now, like, they can just park their team here, park someone here,
and they can sit hold down Chiefs.
Yeah, and like this is never pushable either. Like it's really.
So they fucked it up from from a pub perspective, it's better, but from a Clan Wars perspective, they kind of.
I don't know if it's bad yet. I haven't gotten to play it, like played it advances or Clan Wars yet, because it's it's downtime. But it'll be interesting to see North Redshire now in Clan Wars for sure.
They made B9 weaker though, right? Like it's less pushed or something, so it's harder to.
Yeah, A9. I don't think you can play back there anymore.
All right, but like, look, man, if there's a hold down chief back here, it doesn't matter if it's lit or not.
That's true. Yeah.
Also,
like you'll know he's there, but what are you gonna do about it?
True.
This map benefits from
RD him once every 10 years.
Because like what I used to do in pubs.
Taking it from here, are mirror it like the top side, mirror it down. So it's like a ghost town, but in player.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
I think I'm gonna have an episode where we talk about like map changes. I heard like Stat Paddington Bear has actually redone maps, like mini maps, and showed.
Has Patty done that?
Yeah, apparently he has done that. So I think I'll get him as a guest to kind of help out with that.
I think this is from a pub's perspective, the height of this doesn't really matter as long as it blocks it. But from a Clan's perspective, I think this should probably be a little bit shorter, because like if the enemy team tries to go river to like really crunch you out here, you can you're pretty safe poking this onto them, or like just holding them all down.
It's a really good hold down for a chief.
Yeah.
Another thing, because I used to cope and I used to go here as fast as possible and just shit on anybody trying to go one line.
Yeah.
So that I could play the
It's not
2
as-
for free.
I feel like
and
it's
then
not as
shoot
good
into
from
this.
the north side to shoot this crossing than this side.
Yeah.
You think it's what harder?
I've always found people cross much stupider this way than
That's
this
true.
way.
No, it's because people are less likely to
safer.
poke this and actually try to shoot this. But I
No,
still
but I think it's
do.
also
But
'cause
now I
people
don't.
actually,
Like now I
and
just go
use the bush
9-0.
line. People actually go and use the bush line from this side, whereas this side they just drive through the houses. In
Another
the open.
thing that I really thought was annoying though, like obviously from a Clan Wars perspective, you probably wouldn't like this idea, but it's like I think they should have got rid of this hill or something to make it more symmetrical. Does that make sense? Because still from north,
I guess the advantage in north is like these positions were always stronger. Who knows that that's completely gone now?
I mean,
And
you
then the
still have
advantage from
K9 though, right?
This position actually really isn't that great. Like
Okay.
it's definitely strong, but in terms
You
of
just fucking make. I mean, they're so just make this a mountain. Make this a fucking mountain, and then fucking get rid of this shit. Make it a mountain.
Let's just make a mountain here.
I don't fucking mountain. As long as I can fucking free brawl, I just want to fucking push this for free. You know what I mean? Take
Like
matches
this should
more.
get extended, like this. There should be more mountain like here, so you can like push all the way.
I agree. It definitely could be. It definitely could be extended a little bit more.
Make the brawl weird, but yeah, I think it'd probably be done.
Well, you can make like Wargaming loves fucking like destructible shit, so they can extend this and make like another Zeppelin or some shit. What?
Dude, Silent, don't say that shit, bro. They're definitely gonna put another Zeppelin out.
Like, fuck it. I don't give a shit. As long as like this fucking shit, I don't give a fuck. Listen to me, okay? They're gonna extend this shit. They're gonna put another fucking Zeppelin fucking blown up. It's gonna be from a different country, because why the fuck not, right? And then they're gonna put, and then in the beginning of this fucking map, they're going, no, listen, in the beginning of this fucking map, there's gonna be a fucking Zeppelin over South Spawn that will deafen you, go, and then it will be this fucking blown up one. It'll go boom, and it'll fucking blow up right before the 30-second countdown, okay?
That would be so sick. Like, I don't like
that would
the
be,
gameplay.
it
The
would
gameplay
be cool.
suck. The gameplay would be trash,
cool.
but
Right.
it'd be cool to look at.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be like boom, and it catches on fire and it lands right here. And then you can just fucking full push this with 2 Zeppies. Yeah.
Did you just say 2 Zeppies?
Yeah. That's what you call them when there's multiple Zeppelins.
Right, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you
Overall,
fucking call them? What would you call multiple Zeppelins?
Oh,
Zeppi.
Just Zeppelins. It's a German word.
Okay. Whatever.
I'm not gonna make myself look stupid and answer that question.
Was it Mannerheim that ear raped you with the shells? It was like in the fucking planes. Who has the planes one?
Well, the
That's
helicopter.
Himmels.
The helicopter was Minsk.
Himmels had planes too.
Minsk had a
Oh
helicopter.
my god, I miss Minsk. Does anybody else miss Minsk?
I like that map.
I
Yeah, it
liked
was
that
I
pretty
map.
legit like that map. Yeah.
It was
That was a fun
so.
map.
Which one was Minsk?
Minsk?
Which one was Minsk?
It was
Oh,
the
no,
the
fuck
highway
that
right
shit.
in the middle.
You didn't like this
Yeah,
map?
river.
No, that map.
Oh,
that
I
was
like
good.
Minsk.
This
That shit
map was
I
boss.
didn't like it after the change.
What?
Bring back
Because
old
you're
guys
shit
from
at the
Bro.
game, Fair. You just
No,
got
these
good.
shit-
Shut the fuck up.
The changes made it better. Like I liked it before the change. And the change made it better.
You would like it now with your skill level.
You like these changes here?
Yes.
This is
Oh, yeah.
whack.
They were
No,
good.
this shit
This was a
whack,
good
so
heavy
this
fight.
shit fun.
Nah,
Could
this
you
was
imagine
fun.
AMX
Well,
just
I like-
busting over here?
Yeah.
No.
it'd be
I like
insane.
this. I like this side changes, but I didn't.
Yeah,
like because like
this
they made
side
their
is
only one
decent. This
opening
side you could
here.
bring
Really?
low
Yeah.
profile heavies and shit on them. You
go-
bring
you
a
go to- you go to
277,
F2 or
780. You can just
E2,
shit
yeah.
in here.
Okay.
It was such a good position to play.
I
And
would
you
play
you,
that
you, you, you
here.
take like a because
Yeah,
all
that's
their mediums go here. You take like a fucking low profile heavy. You shit on this motherfucker, and you go in here, and then you shoot the fucking heavy like the
mean-
60 TP that thinks he can play the game.
Like you don't need to add more heavy advantages.
I will agree. I will
Big
agree.
game.
The one line changes were awful, but the other changes like this shit
Okay, yeah. I
and this
didn't like
shit were
this.
great.
I used to like
I
this
think
fight in
that
here,
I think
that's all.
personally, I think that they closed off one line, which was the worst fucking thing they could have done.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
They
what
should
I
have
was
opened it up. If they fucking open, it would be easy too. Like you see these giant buildings. If they literally just take away these giant buildings, it literally becomes decent.
But then
Literally,
the
because
mini-map
there's still
won't look
hold
as
downs
cool.
all around here. Look, there's still all these little buildings and all these hold downs. Keep these other little small buildings. Maybe give this side
Yeah.
a little bit more buildings, because all these textures are like hold downs, right? Like hold down stuff.
Yeah.
Literally, it'd be
Yeah.
good. Maybe like let them keep like just this because this side will still get to keep that, right?
For the
Just,
crossing,
exactly.
Yeah.
For the initial, because like right here. But like, no, I think like if they took this away and this away, this map would be so insane.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
old
interesting.
men playing here used to be like nutty in like your mediums.
Really?
They ruined it. Yeah, they ruined it. But you just
now.
play
I never
here
liked
now in
it.
your
Was
medium.
cool.
Yeah,
Bro.
you go F2E2. That was a good.
You need to play. They need to bring back.
I didn't play it enough with changes.
I hated Kharkov though. Kharkov.
No.
Oh,
Old
no,
Kharkov.
no, no,
Old
no,
Kharkov.
no.
They need to bring back.
Fuck
The
Kharkov.
old
Old
one, where you
Kharkov
could
was
actually
cool.
play.
Oh,
Like,
the old one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Kharkov was
That
cool.
and they need to bring back Stalingrad. That was perfect. Man.
Did you just chef's kiss?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What was
yeah.
that?
You know what?
Oh shit.
Excellent.
Okay. Thought your mom gave you a
Excellent,
kiss on the forehead or some shit.
I don't know. She don't like me like that, bro.
Did you just say your mom doesn't like you like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. That's why he's so fucked up.
Unfortunate. All right.
No.
Anyways, let's talk about Murrow.
Whoa.
Yeah. See,
I
PM is a nowhere,
love
bro. PM
The Murrow
knows.
changes.
Dude, PM came in here
for
and said Artie
66.
should have minimum 30-second stun. Like the first. That was the first
PM
message.
knows
you got.
PM sometimes knows when he.
Okay. Yeah. There.
Yeah. When someone agrees with you, they're a knower.
Yeah.
Exactly. He came in with the worst take. But no, he's absolutely right. Swamp and Stalingrad, goated maps.
Yeah.
What was Swamp?
Huh?
Oh my god, little zoomer. Hold on, is it still in here?
Zoomers, bro.
Yo, allow it. I'm like 4 years old.
Oh, it's not even in here.
I've
We're.
only been playing World of Tanks since COVID started, like playing again. So
It's not even in here. Why
before
would they?
that, I
Damn, that sucks.
played-
Playing again. Yeah, when did you last play?
Oh, I guess Stalingrad's not in here
I
either.
played when I was like 9, 10, and 11. And
No
then,
Oh, so when Swamp was in the game, yeah, you played Swamp.
yeah, but I was 9, 10.
Yeah,
and 11.
he can't
Bro,
remember.
I was 11 when I last played Swamp.
Parents like I
Okay,
can't
but, like, I
remember
was
any
red.
time before I smoked
Oh,
weed.
I was like green.
Just because I'm Canadian doesn't mean I automatically smoke weed, Smiley. But
Yeah,
I do smoke
of
weed.
anybody who's called you actually
Yeah.
You're Canadian. Shut up. I fucking know, dude. I know. I'm a knower, bro. Anyways, Murrow changes. I feel like this is very controversial. I personally like them, but I've heard a lot of people don't like them.
I think I mean I can only
It
speak
didn't
for
change
pubs 'cause
much
I
for
haven't,
me.
I haven't played it 6v6 yet, but I think in pubs it's really good. I like
And,
it.
and
didn't
pubs,
change-
it's
it didn't
really
change
good.
much,
Yeah.
Like, have you guys been going 1-2 and like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
that's-
so
okay.
good in heavies. And
Is
Encounter,
it?
Encounter
moved the
now in
map.
this
They moved
is
it.
insane. Encounter
I'll have
is
to go
so
try it.
free, bro.
I've scrimmed a decent amount.
Look at
of
this. Look at
Murrow
this. Look at
for
this
sophomore,
encounter.
and it's a
Look
lot
at
of
look
fun.
at this. Look at this cap.
Oh,
They moved
It's
it,
like
right?
all in the open.
Yeah. Because remember,
Oh,
it used to be in
nice.
between.
yeah.
They moved it,
Well, actually, because of all the hold downs here, if they put it here, you would have those games.
But it
where
doesn't
it's,
matter, it
like,
doesn't
one
matter.
person taps
Puppies-
the game out.
puppies are pre
Wired.
What-
Or,
yeah, they're like pre-recorded, whatever you want to call it, right? They go for the cap. So you could sit up here, shit on them, right? You literally before you could sit up here, you don't see shit, right? Now you can sit up here for free, shit on them as they go to cap. Or you could sit over here and shit on them as they go to cap. Because you could be, look, F1 building, they'll come into cap, you'll light them, you're hold down here, by the way, you start shooting them, and then they start looking around, like, where's the cover? Where do I go? So then they cross here, right? And then what you do from F1 is you can like go down right into here if like there's nothing here, and you can still shit on them. It's fucking hilarious. But no, this is like actually pushable now. Even with TDs in the back, it's still really viable to push through
They
here.
also added a good cover
that's a really
here
good
for light
change then,
tanks.
because all the maps that are turning, like, even though this is kind of a corridor, it sounds like it's a playable corridor where you can find openings to kind of take angles and progress the brawl, which is like that's what every good player wants to see, because no good player just wants to sit behind a hold down and try and out Q Polo or just be in a better tank than the other person.
And so because most of us are familiar with CL,
It's
one
nice.
cap
I like it.
is like the where they moved it, if you look at it, actually is kind of viable. Because if you set up
one cap was always viable, but now it's
more
like,
viable, because like being in
It's
here
more
actually is
viable.
shit.
Kind of
Yeah.
cheesy before. It was like
It was cheesy, exactly.
You
Because it
rushed
was
me
like
to
in
two
here
problems
and you would have to
seven.
put and they would have to push. But the thing is, the craziest part is that when I looked at Murrow and I looked at it with a couple of people from the league and casters and stuff, I think that like you can set like attack, you could set up a really nice crossfire and a really nice cheese on one line. Does that make sense?
I don't want to talk about swap format because I haven't played Murrow yet, but
okay,
it's an option, Smiley. It's an option.
No, but anyways, for this, you also like you have a very good like hold down kind of position here.
This changing is nice. This changing is nice.
That changed.
Like, yeah,
so
like
it's
they
like much safer here.
No, I agree, PM. I think this map is more attack sided, but at the same time, it's not, because I feel like the 2-cap is so fucking useless in this day and age. Am I wrong?
The 2-cap is interesting. Like you can still do your classic bad chat 2-cap and kind of hold the forest and the middle and.
This man said bad chat.
Well, or if you're running a T100.
One of the Nexus is going on right now.
I mean, it always depends on what the other team is doing, right? If they bring a T100, then you can't do it. But if they're bringing a T100, then you're just driving onto the 1-cap because you can't have a T100 offside sit here and reset anymore. So
wait, yeah, I feel like to make 2-cap work, you kind of have to like everything has to go right for you.
Like
yeah, I feel no. So here's the thing. I feel like better teams. I feel like better teams can pick Murrow and win attack and win defense. And here's the reason why. If you're on defense on Murrow now, I think you have to play aggressively. Kind of like how you guys played who played was it Toma that played their Himmels defense aggressively, or was it HMB? Somebody played their Himmels defense.
We haven't played. That's not
us. Was it you, Luxon, that played your Himmels defense aggressively?
Oh no, I don't, bro. We only played 200 MS. I don't know what we did.
Okay. Somebody who fucking played.
That's fucked.
Was it Murbalit? No, it was Escalate. Escalate. It was Escalate. Escalate played their. I'm pretty sure it was Escalate.
They on the 2 line with Escongs.
Yeah. They played their. So it's like one of those things. It catches you off guard, right? So I think if you think about it,
the Nerfs also played in Quals. They played a very aggressive strat in Himmels.
Have you guys actually looked right here on like what the cap looks like? Because you can actually sneak in like VZs, IS7s into this cap.
There's a hold down on the cap here, and there's a hold down on the cap here against the middle now.
Yeah. And so there's 2 hold downs. E1 can cover like all the way. Like the E1 can actually cover all the way to here. By the way, right? It's actually disgusting.
It's not as good anymore. I was being told, because if you're sitting here, you're hold down to everything here, but I think it's kind of a wide poke to play against this guy. I'm not.
Yeah,
I haven't played the one.
But there's a Minotauro spot that can cover that too. This shit right here is insane. Or Kron.
And the Minotauro needs to get there.
All right, I'm taking notes, making strats.
and then like you can cover this and shit. Like I want to see people play Murrow because I think it'll be good. But anyways, going back to standard and pubs, I think it's nice. I think you can play this really nicely.
I think this can be very good for fast tanks. Like if you have a CS, you may be able to get your ass here.
Bro, I fucking W keyed from north. I started out right here in the AMX, shot a fucking light tank, caught him on fire, and then went over here and I pushed this shit and ended up with 7K. Yeah. It was wild.
I mean, that's kind of an AMX moment.
That is an AMX moment. But it's like I did it with this
open another part of the map that otherwise would be completely inaccessible.
Exactly.
Cool. Yeah,
you're not as scared as like the TDs.
Well, old Murrow was just like sit E1, farm anyone that used their keyboard, wait for your team to lose this, and then camp. From South Spawn. True. So now you can kind of work your way into it.
The South Spawn camp isn't as good anymore too, because the way that they changed this ridge. Yeah. There's like a low ground hold down right there, so you can like kind of poke them, hold down.
Because North would always just shit all over this, come here, and then either suicide or one good player would slowly farm out your whole team.
That's true.
But now you can play one line from North, which is.
Is this the last map?
That had major changes.
The major changes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could look at like Al Haluf, but I don't feel like Al Haluf didn't really change a lot. Like I think South just.
So we did 6 just now that are like major changes. Then there were 8 more that they just like removed like one tiny.
We did miss Ghost Town.
Ghost Town changes are so good. just tough triangle
it's
players.
not a major change, but it's a good change.
They added like 2 houses and it changes how the map plays.
These houses are so good because playing a TD here used to be so broken. I remember playing a
TD. Sure, you can play anything there. You'd be like in a Leo, just chilling. Fucking dudes pinging you from G1.
It'd always be a Yag. Come on, it's like a Yag or an FB. It's always a Yag or an FB.
I know. I'll just play it.
You're sitting there, hold down, staring at this guy, and then suddenly bang, 500 or 1,000, and you're like, okay, well, forgot I was trading against the guy all the way back here.
By the way, PM, we talked about the grind. It's not awful. It's just
it's just dumb now.
Yeah, it still does what it used
still
to do.
Farms puppies, but it's slow.
Yeah. Like the 12 reverse is horrendous.
That's really slow.
It's like T57 levels.
I got Ghost Town twice in the AMX, and playing here, it's insane now.
Yeah.
You shit on everyone.
You can even go right here and be hold down and like shit on all that shit.
That's where I would usually play because
Me too.
You just get sniped.
You get
sniped.
No, but now you can really play here and
nothing can hit you from here.
Yeah. I mean,
you're so tall that you can pick.
Dude, people fucking playing here are coping.
Also, there's a lot of people.
I don't like playing here or here because that means you have to rely on your team to be like controlling this.
I mean, if you're fucking see your light tank going here, you might as well shoot something before he fucking dies, useless cunt.
That's perfect.
What'd you happen to say?
No, somebody saying Ghost Town needs town redesign. Ghost Town is like one of the few maps that is good.
Oh.
It's not.
Was better as a league map? The league map was like this fucking mini grid squares. You realize that, right?
Legit.
Like I played that shit. The league map was literally this. It was literally. It was. Hold on, I'll show you how big the league.
Still on Watt Tactic. Yeah. If you want to pull it up. Yeah. Old Ghost Town still on Watt Tactic because
this shit right here, bro. That was old league, bro. I remember fucking clutching up in a 113 for resets and winning a fucking defense.
And like, I remember you would get like into the buildings with WTs, and then motherfuckers would wait for your ass.
Wait, are you sure it's the old ones here? How do you
no, I'm just like saying like an example. Like you will get like because like there will be squares like this of buildings, and you will get like in.
You could go inside them. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
those are
there'd be little crevices.
Those are busted. Thought it always played better. It never was a pub map though. It was only a league map.
That's a thing?
What's the thing? Ghost Town was the first and only official map made specifically for small format.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
You guys didn't know that? Yeah, look next time, like look it up, like because they still have like World of Tanks NA. They still have the old like 2015, 2016, 2017 WGLNA. I think 2017 they changed it though. But yeah, it was like legitimately the only map that they made for League. I think they tried to make you guys remember like Mittengard or something? They started off making Mittengard as a small format map, and then they made those hills, and then people like the Russian teams like awesome. Tornado and was it like Navi or something? They were like, this map is dog shit. What the fuck is this? You know what I mean? They're like, this is not a, but they liked Ghost Town. They're like, yes, Ghost Town is very nice. Yes. We definitely can beat EU teams on this.
Moment. They're like, oh, the Russians like this map, so we're putting this one?
Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, the Russians didn't like the Progetto 65. Look what happened.
Oh,
yeah, literally, that thing sucks now.
Literally, all other servers, just chilling, right? Not saying shit about it. Russians, we're tired of getting YOLO'd by Progetto 65. He takes 1200 HP of us, and then we can only grind 6k instead of 9k damage. We hate it. Nerf it, please. And you're like, okay. And they were like, okay. Yeah, no, I miss Prog 60 because here's the thing. I played it when it was OP. It wasn't even that good. I averaged like I think 4200 or something after during for a 3 mark. You know what I mean? Like 4200, which is like it's like you know what I mean?
Normal tier 10 racks.
Normal tier 10 medium.
On the low end even.
Yeah, I would put like an STB and a Leo easily above that. What did Magnet average in it?
No. I said Magnum would speed on you for doing 4.2k only.
Yeah, really.
In the Progetto when it was OP.
In anything.
When the Progetto was decent, Magnin was doing 2k. So
Yeah, well, when the Progetto was decent, well, also when the Progetto was decent, wasn't Artie still broken?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
No.
If
No?
are we playing
No,
Artie?
I'm pretty sure
Like-
there might have been an overlap small window where the Progetto was still good and the Artie wasn't broken.
Yeah, because when I like came back to the game, Artie had already been like given stun.
What was OP? Was it?
And
I can't remember what meta that was. Was that
Bro, stun
when
is
everybody
very
was
old.
still playing the Chieftain a lot? Maybe.
This is.
I can't remember. I can't remember. We'll have to look. I'll have to look one day. Because it's kind of off track. But I just remember playing it. Not when it kind of when it first came out. I just didn't really like it. I like the standard B so much more. The standard B was insane. I averaged 4K DPG in the standard B.
Yeah,
So I don't know if it was my MM or something and the Prog 65.
Oh, well, that's what. Yeah, well, I mean, that kind of goes back to the tier 9 thing we were talking about earlier. Like, E50, PTA, the tier 9 VZ, all those tanks are.
I mean,
great.
VZ51. Have you guys played the tier 9 VZ?
The TNH or whatever it's called.
No, the V. It's
looks
called like a
bonkers.
VZ51, right? The end part of it,
Is
the
it?
tier 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
makes sense.
2-shot 440. A lot of people go, "Oh, it's shitty because it has shittier clip potential than the Skoda," but it's actually good. Tank Master, have you played it?
Matchmaking.
I haven't played it, but like it doesn't have a cupola really.
No, so
yeah,
the Cupola,
stupid.
it doesn't
It's really
have
small.
it has a stronger turret than the tier 10.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah.
It literally has a stronger turret than the tier 10 because not only is the Cupola smaller, but it has a weird I almost feel like I literally almost feel like Wargaming put the turrets on the wrong tanks. Like I really do. Because it seems like a tier 10 turret because they both have the same because they both have the same melee weak spot, but the tier 9 has a harder Cupola to hit, and there's something in front of it. If you look on the tanks.gg, there's something in front of it that's like 300 effective. It's like a little like ricochet thing for like AP, APCR or whatever. It's like little, but it's still like a thing where you could hit. But anyways, VZ51, THN VZ51, like people like Bloop did almost like 4K in it, or I think he might have actually done 4K in it, or like at least like 3,900 or something. I did like 3,700, 3,800. It was a really fun tank. It's really good. You guys know who a bot is?
Yeah.
So a bot played it with the single shot and averaged like 3,900 because he basically said the single shot you can get the reload down to almost sub 8, right? It's like 9.2 or something. You have like almost 300 APCR pen, right? And it's 440 alpha, and you have gun depression and a good turret. So he basically said he played it like a better T10, like 2022 T10. Does that make sense? And like when I thought about it, I was like, that actually makes sense because I played it with the double, right? But he said that he liked playing it with the single because people always thought he was gonna shoot them twice, and they would like you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. They would like over panic.
Patty also, he keeps asking me, instead of bringing 277s, can we bring single shot VZs? And I keep telling him, shut up, you're stupid. But he just loves, apparently he loves the VZ with the single shot.
Stupid tank choices, so it doesn't surprise me.
So he's like, the VZ's
how can I increase the speed of my Minotauro TD? You can't. You can't.
No, it's impossible.
Fennec looks like a hottie. Okay, calm down.
Thanks, Magnin.
Magnin, you already saw him in real life. Calm down.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Magnin didn't hear Smiley earlier.
I think the tier 9s being better though has to do with like your face, like your I think that is insanely good, right? Tier for tier, you're better, and you're facing like worse tanks.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
More
tier
often.
7s are so.
That's another thing too. Like if you think about it, look at the armor of the VZ51 and then put it up against a T29.
Yeah.
Frontally, it doesn't do anything.
Or like a comet. It's like
Oni. And Oni is free. I saw him farm two Onis, 2 platoon Onis.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's free.
I don't
Yeah.
understand how people can play
It's
those
so
tanks.
free. They had the small guns
I
too.
don't, yeah, I don't know how people play the Oni or like at least the
Hose.
OI tier for tier. It had like decent armor against tier 6s, but
I
like
saw Mimi playing the OI. I was like, damn, why did I
like
ever
the
ask him on this
Oni
podcast?
and like the
No.
OHO, I would want to die.
Or the tier 5, the experimental.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't know why. I'm just addicted to throwing shade. I don't know. It's an addiction. It's a bad. So, Donald Hill, Magnan, what did you run on your Minotauro when you 3-marked it?
Probably.
Knowing Magnan, he's probably already gone.
IA Burble.
Yeah. Probably IA Vents.
What did he run?
Yeah.
You guys remember?
That.
What? Aiming Vents Turbo.
Aiming Vents Turbo?
That's like, it seems like an obvious choice.
Aiming IRM Turbo, maybe? I don't know.
I feel like IRM is a terrible choice.
Turbo?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't played the tank, so.
Vents.
Oh,
Vents?
oh.
Hey. Mazel tov.
Turbo Vents AU, of course.
Okay. Yeah. Opa. Yeah. So, yeah. IRM is the worst equipment in the game. Ooh. Okay. Wait. I kind of want to talk about that, but let's.
I don't think it's that bad.
I like it on the
Well,
V4
IRM is
and
a
the 263.
IRM is a secret pubby TD buff in my mind.
It's just giving TDs a
don't-
V-stab.
I think for some tanks.
That's a
Okay,
that's a
well,
pubby buff.
everyone's
That's what you
gonna
call a
get
pubby
mad at
buff,
it, but
Fennec.
On like
Yeah.
the 4K, I
Like-
don't mind it because
Like Bar's take on hardening is actually so fucking based. Like he said, fuck hardening.
he
Hardening's
say?
dog shit because it takes skill away from being able to like go for tracks and track people.
Yeah.
And
don't
I
like
actually,
that.
when I
Oh,
thought
that's
about it
the
that way,
annoying
I said,
part about
damn, that's kind of
hardening, yeah.
based. That's kind of based. Because
Yeah.
to be
Well, I
honest
mean,
with you,
even-
I can.
yeah,
Every good
sorry,
player,
yeah.
if hardening got taken out of the game, every good player, we wouldn't like it would just be the same as it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't
I mean,
like
We
a lot
already
of
don't
tanks-
poke with like our track wheels. Like
exactly
so
like
that's
yeah
why-
exactly. So like we I guess there would be no there's a benefit because we can utilize the HP better, but it wouldn't like perfect our performance if everybody got it taken away again. Does that make sense?
But even when I was like, even when you're marking like chief or anything, like I know a lot of people liked running hardening, but like the thing is with these kind of tanks where the requirement's so high, you need to be playing at such a level where if you need the hardening, you're not going to be marking
you're doing
it.
something wrong. Yeah.
Exactly. Like I was
Yeah.
running like aiming turbo rammer or like V-stab turbo rammer. Like if anything, like.
Well, the thing is too with the RDMM changes, with the RDMM changes, I'm taking hardening off a lot of tanks as well, because one of the reasons why I ran hardening on a lot of heavies was because like when I see 3 RD in an enemy team, I just assume they're all gonna fucking shoot me, and so like at least I'm less likely to get fucking tracked, right? You know what I mean?
And you have a little bit extra HP for when they constantly chip your HP.
When they constantly chip into it, exactly. And so now that you see like at max 2, if you're really lucky and both of them don't specifically focus you, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The RD skill also helps a lot, but when you're fighting 261s, the RD skills.
Did you see what PM said? PM is like
that's some master math right there.
Look at that. Did you see that?
IRM is terrible. Like
IRM makes your turret turn faster, so your bloom increases. It's bait.
Yeah, it negates the
I think
effect.
that's the only
Well,
reason
no,
why you run it on like an
it's-
E3 or V4 or something.
But you also are pointing at people faster.
Yeah, so you're
I
sitting
still
to
think-
aim at
You're
them
aiming
faster.
sooner.
I don't.
Yeah.
I still think it's a shit equipment
It's
because
not
a
good
puppy
on
will
pretty much
use it
everything.
in their yag, in their shit that you could normally flank, and they're gonna hit full bloom anyways. They're gonna hit full bloom anyway. It doesn't matter, dude. They're gonna hit full bloom. Changing my mind.
For me,
When
like,
have you
I think Ben's the better-
unironically, when have you guys ever gotten hit by a yag that has actually sat and aimed in for the fully 2.7 seconds?
That
I
never
ego
happens
pick them
because-
so a lot.
Yeah, it's like only if you're ego peeking them.
Lexon's over here like I ego peek them, but that is not why I average 3.6k in the AMX. Okay, that's not.
I played with pre-bot
I'm joking. I'm joking. Lex, I'm playing. I'm playing. He averages more than
hands,
that.
Man, he was about to throw hands.
I know he's about to throw hands.
No, but I love
pull
people
up
picking
like
Yaks,
wall labs
bro.
and everything.
Like, that's the
I
fun.
mean, here's the thing. You keep on ego picking Yags, and then it's Yape, and then you're not gonna have a good game. Okay.
My favorite thing is there's this one
Unlucky.
game.
That is unlucky.
There's like one game I'm playing at 277, and there is a Yag fully aimed at me. It's like on Westfield, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets fucking railed by my arty, so he's like full stunned. He doesn't remove the stun, so I poke him for a millisecond, snap the shot, and then he one-shot Amaraks me full stun.
Yeah!
He's just sitting in the open, just stunned, and he just like clicks and bang, Amarak dead.
Easy for Pubby.
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8, 2,
Because I'm
9,
like,
7.
I know what his bloom. I'm like, I know what his bloom looks like when he gets hit by arty. Shit goes to the moon. But
You know
apparently
how bad I am? Okay, you guys want to hear a funny story? So this is how bad I am. I'm so bad. I was on Berlin. I was mad at that STB I was talking about earlier. I was mad at the STB Pubby. So I come out of the game, right? Because I'm mad because I couldn't farm like good damage because I didn't want to get fucking grilled, right? And because I came out into the brawl at like 720 HP, right? And so you actually will love this. So I go in, I go into the fucking garage, and somebody messages me, and they say, go outside and get a life, right? And so I open up his fucking service record, right? The dude's account was literally made last year, right? So September 9th, 2021. Guess how many battles he had?
In 1 year?
In 1 year.
I don't know how many is
30k? No, 20k?
Like I think 10k is feasible.
17k.
No, it's in 1 year. 1 year, boys.
Dude, I have 30k games on my entire account.
I could see someone absolutely no lifing and getting.
It was like 6k.
Bro,
Okay.
Bro,
wow.
It was
I think
6k. Yeah, it was
so
6k in 1 year. In 1 year, right?
If you
Which
do
is a
max, it's
lot.
like
Think about it.
175
And this
a year,
motherfucker had like a 46% win rate, so he's just fucking daily taking L's, right? Homie's just daily positively. He's positively negatively taking L's, right? So I messaged him. I said, bitch, my account's 11 years old, right? I was like, you've played way more than me per year, right? And then I started talking shit. I'm like, fuck you, you're shitting your STB, right? Like, I'm thinking he's the STB Puppy, right? And then my chat, so I go into another game, do good, I come back, and then the dude was like, what? The dude was like, what STB are you talking about, right? And he's like, he goes, what STB are you talking about?
I don't know none of that.
Yeah, he goes, I don't own one, right? He goes, LOL, right? So then I look him up. He was some 50 TP, like the tier 8 premium. He was some 50 TP I like shit on, like the game before that one, right? And he got 0 damage, right? And so when I fucking typed him, I said, oh, my bad. I thought you were somebody else. GG's.
That's like the most Unix scum toxic moment like ever. That's like something I've totally done as well.
Yeah, no, it's like one of those things where it's just like, you just instantly, like, it's like the last puppy, because the STB was the last puppy in my mind. So as soon as he messaged me, I was like, oh, that's the STB puppy. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, but other than that, I think we kind of covered everything.
Yeah,
I think we all got
everything.
We went through everything. I don't think like.
Did we talk about Outpost? I thought we said we were going
to. Oh fuck
right?
yeah, we're gonna save the best for last. You're right, Outpost.
Yeah. Wow.
But we talked about or was
no,
it
we didn't.
before stream?
It was before stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my opinion is that it's airfield by green.
Mine's 2.0 Airfield had a baby. It came out.
Yeah.
And then we realized that they were second cousins. That's what this fucking map is.
No, they're first cousins.
They're first.
By the time you get to second cousins, actually, the incest is like not like a bad, like really bad, at least for one generation.
I think you're digging a deep.
Why do you know that so well?
Yeah, you're like.
Have you been investigating?
Bro,
okay,
why
dude.
would I know this firsthand?
Okay, dude, that's some royal family shit going on over here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Bro, I got the Habsburg jaw.
Okay, so first cousins. Anyways, I don't know if that was like the biggest thing to take up. Yeah, outposts equals minus 2.0. So why do you think it's airfield? I'm curious.
Well, like, okay, so I'll draw some lines here. So
yeah, draw some
you
lines.
have this area where you can brawl, right? Like this kind of area. You have like this area where you can stare at each other, and then you have this area where you can kind of stare at each other. And basically, once you're done coming up here and killing whatever noob like E100 player that's over here, you farm your 3K, and then you come here and you're like, cool, these guys are now just staring at me. I can't cross this way. If your team has this, you can cross back, but then what are you gonna do? Come sit here, hold down. What are you gonna do? Push the south? All this area is unpushable if the enemy team is like splitting normally. So yeah, basically
you haven't encountered TDs right here?
Come here. Yeah, so like that's what I mean. Like you can never you can never push through any of the flanks, and taking middle doesn't do anything. And like this, imagine trying to drive across here in a heavy tank. Like it's just
everything's crossfired, everything's watched by a TD, everything's
yes, this part is fun, but then after that it's like, okay, you can't do anything.
That part is fun, but it's not as fun as it was during the recon.
And it's also like really one-dimensional. There's like the high road and there's the low road, and like you can fight people on the high road or the low road, and like there's not like you just
the high road is fucked. You can't even fight people on the high road because the high road there's TDs here and here. You get shot by them when you go right here in this middle part.
So it's literally just low road is like the only thing that you can actually brawl in.
This city could be bigger.
It should
be.
It should be. This field, why is this a thing? Like it should be like fucking huge.
Why are there so many fucking angles to shoot you if
you know, okay, you guys, if they're okay, I really wish I had something prepared, but basically old recon, the city was bigger. It would like it wasn't like a proper city, it was like fucking ruins. And the top lane there was like bunkers, like a ruined house on both sides that you could go to, and you could actually get shots on the bottom if they poked badly. And you could shoot across. And then there was, so you know how these trenches are? There was like a thick trench right here that connected to these trenches, so you could so you could push for free like into that. Does that make sense?
Looks like
that sounds cool.
Like you took Abby's like the actual Abby and the low part, and just divided it, and so like fuck.
Well, I mean, like this map has the same problem where it's like, okay, this entire area is like unplayable, right?
That's true.
I think this is good. I think this is good
for lights.
For lights, but I mean like
a lot of bushes and stuff.
Excluding lights, the other circle is completely unplayable. This area is literally not even in the map north of that. So like you once again have 40%.
Somebody told me that this bridge is a good hold down. Has anybody tested that here?
Yeah, that is. Like I can hear it now in a Vipera. They should.
And then apparently this one too, or something. Like you go like.
What if they're
it's decent.
The end of the roads that can they like just shit on you from above? Like if they're
if they go up here, a lot of people don't make it up there because the fucking TDs and shit. You get owned.
Yeah.
You're just stuck in there. Like I just feel like it could be extended more. This could all be city, and then maybe a little wider too. Like,
so like it just feels like 3 separate corridors again. Like I don't really see how you ever have a good game on this unless like it's one of those games where you know
hard.
Super heavy comp. A lot of people come here.
My best game. I went in my AMX right here, and a Progetto started. Progetto just started going, and I was like, "Yeah, I could use him as a holdout when he dies, right?" So I fucking went up to him, right? And nobody showed up right here, and I go up, and I sit like right here for a second. I'm like, "Oh shit, I've never been up here." So like, where do I look? Right? This middle right here is insane. You can shoot here, you can shoot over here, you can shoot all this shit. You shoot like right here though. Like a lot of people will sit like right here and kind of cope.
So then
and you just shit on them. You could poke here, and then this TD is just like, if he shoots this way, he gets lit, and you just shit on him. And so I sat here, and like one of my light tanks was like, or my light tank was like, right, and he like lit all this shit, and I was just like, right, or whatever. I think he did like 8K or something.
Getting repushed.
It was wild.
Like, whenever I came up here with a medium tank, when I was marking my bat, I would always get repushed in here.
I know, yeah.
And like for some reason, you would think that like this is like a 2-shot crossing. Like if you're a tank playing here, you can probably get.
I've seen.
How the fuck is the enemy team driving up like this in front of all these people and all these people and just like jump in that
I've
shit.
seen people get deleted trying to drive up.
Yeah, like I don't understand how.
I think it'll take a while for like the pub meta to develop and like to stabilize. I think it's like a new map and it's kind of hard to figure out.
Yeah.
There's like lots of things to think about as a puppy.
More
So
progressive.
Yeah.
I have never played JK. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
I don't think
Don't? Okay, because when I looked at this map, I was like, that looks like trash. You know what it reminds me of? You guys remember Swamp's outer edges?
Yeah.
Like once you left the castle, that's what it reminds me of. You know what I'm talking about? The little paths that like look decent, and then you go there and you're like, I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this.
What I believe they should improve is this should be less swampy, so like you can move better in light things. Be like active spotting.
Can you drown?
So
it looks like some of that water is deep enough.
Probably under that bridge, hey?
You probably can drown in here.
What bridge?
Yeah,
There's a bridge on this map?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, where the blue thing
is. This is a bridge?
What the
This
fuck?
is a bridge?
I think so. It's like a,
looks
like
a
little tiny like thing over.
I mean, like,
water.
Lexington, but even if you make this playable, like once again, it's the same thing. Like you have a dude. There's always people here. There's people here. Like you're crossing.
Was this water on the
spot,
test?
and you're just gonna get bled.
I wish.
I mean, they
what
that enough cover that you can get in and.
I'm gonna try to look up
like,
recon.
With some brain cells, relatively.
What's this map called? Outpost.
Outpost.
Yeah. Mini map.
I mean, yeah, I'm just saying for like convenience of playing light things, not just to get in, right? But like also, if you make this part much better for light things, like you can make this become more city, like put more of this here, right? With angles for these dumbass bitches to not cry when you do that, and so like then you can like have a proper place to brawl. Like this could have like I don't know. Fall down or a place to like.
I just don't like. I just don't like this crossing, this crossing, this crossing, this crossing. You go anywhere to try and push out the map and not get crossfired, and you can't get going.
Also, why is this all unplayable?
Like, yeah, it's literally just not part of the map. Like this
they could actually like cut
this part of the map.
Like if they cut this like that and move this to here, so it gives you cover from here. You can actually come brawl. Like up here.
I would have thought that this would have been kind of like north on Empire's border, kind of traversing, but it's really not.
I need to find a bigger version. I actually found. Hold
on. But yeah, I think if like we're like to like.
There's like a video
here and here. I'll like move those places like here to provide cover from like this part, like from here to here. Right, like, and you can come brawl up here, right, and create like angles between down here and shit. I think that would be better for the map.
I could not care less if this map gets thrown in the fucking garbage can.
Here, this is what the map looked like when it got released first. I'm gonna post it in the podcast channel for you guys. But if you look at the pic, go ahead.
Like
if you look at the just look at the city pics, and like the city was so I feel like better on the recon.
Yeah, it looks like the fundamental problems are still there, but it's still it's definitely like way more accessible. Like I wouldn't expect to like possibly lose my tank crossing as much here, and the south looks a little bit more. Well, actually, the south still looks pretty terrible. But
the south was pretty terrible.
If you're in a fast tank,
but
you can kind of do something over there.
The middle, I think there was a fucking boost too, from the offside on the hill. And I think
that number 6, it looks like you can still boost it.
Yeah.
In pubs, you definitely still can boost it.
Yeah, but
not
see, there's
solo,
the changes.
But like,
Miley said, like you could play it. It looks much better. I don't know why they changed it.
Yeah, well, no, because if you look at but for example, these roads, like were like this rounded. It was more round. Like look, this had cover, like hard cover, right? And it was like trenches. And if you look at how thick they were, and it was like way more depressed, like this was useless, right? It was way more useless. And then this hill, look at the hill. This is the most important part. The D1 hill was super fucking tall and thick, so you could like get to here for free to kill that for free. Like you wouldn't get fucking punished for pushing. Does that make sense?
Yo,
what?
If you scroll down to the bottom, the comments on this website are the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's just red players being really angry. I don't think we can say some of these things.
I like the map, and the overall reception during play was quite alright.
Yeah.
And finding a few edges, it will be a fun map. I just hope the middle gets more accessible. Actually, most sanest pubby comment
For real.
ever.
You can tell Jabster's a Yag player or something.
Like Corellia? Yeah! I just think, I think it was the worst one. Wait, let me go back real quick. I think it was the worst one. I really liked, what map did I really like? Hold on.
I don't know, what I was gonna say earlier is that they keep trying to like make new maps instead of like
fixing
new maps from scratch, instead of looking at what they had before 1.0.
Was I the only one that liked
maps?
Air Shipyard and Far East?
Yeah, those maps are weird. But they're kind of fun. They were fun in the...
I think Air Shipyard was pretty good, though, the winter one. It was better than this.
Yeah.
It was like playable. The big, huge warehouses. It was like...
It was fun.
It reminded me of like a better Pilsen. Because it was like a fusion of new Pilsen and old Pilsen. Does that make sense? It might be old Pilsen might be too old for Ferret. Or maybe even Fennec.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Bro, old Pilsen, like the Zero line, that shit was golden.
Old Pilsen, the 9-0 was just a bunch of fucking hills through the whole fucking map from K line to A line. So you could just push it in heavies for free and kill the entire enemy team.
And brawl and use the brain to play. But see, that's what I mean. Like you have a precedent of making good maps, right? Which you've reworked into being trash. Okay, you grab that and you put it in the new map, right? And you repeat that until you make good maps.
Because you guys remember, just look it up if you guys don't remember, like Watt Air Shipyard. But if you look at it, it was a good map. I remember just doing really fun things on the map. Far East was weird too, because didn't Far East have like a weird tunnel in the middle in the water? Yeah. But I think the heavy brawl was pretty nice though. Still, like that was a good city. What?
Airship Yard is the one that has like, well, the biggest like plane thing to land, right?
That's Far East.
In the middle there was.
That's Far East.
Okay, that one I felt like it was cool for landings at least.
Yeah, Far East was pretty good. It had a really weird hill on the top right that was kind of like an Al Haluf, but like the old Al Haluf. You remember the old Al Haluf? Where North just won for free?
Yeah.
Well, like literally the only time I had a bad match on North Al Haluf back in the day was like when the Artie one-shot me with like AP, like a 1092 or something. Because those were the days. I didn't play the new iterations. Were they like the Place of Power and all that foothills and shit? How were those? How was Canyon? Was Canyon good? I think I heard mixed feelings about that.
I didn't play any of the fun maps recently.
I played the one which is kind of like Mines but deserty in a Called Arms, and that map looks like cancer for pubs. It's like this. It's literally like this, but like imagine the south is kind of mirrored onto the north.
Okay.
It's like just super open, hold down to hold down.
Yeah.
Crossing anything.
So to wrap this up, going forward, what would you do? Okay, so first off, like an overall summary from each and one of you. Do you guys think this is a really good update, or it was okay, or is it a step in the right direction?
Great update.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in general it was pretty good. There are some things that they went a little bit too far on, especially in like tank balancing, like the new tanks. But map changes, probably all in all, were pretty good. Like there aren't any like maps now that we hate more, probably. Like
no, none of the map changes make me not want to play that map. And they all kind of make them more dynamic, or it's like Pearl River where you're adding a hold down to the other side where there already was a hold down. So like
to create parity in the mid.
Yeah. So that's also like, once again, that's not going to change where I play or like, how you play against it, to be honest. Because like, good players weren't going to go just sit in the middle anyways and get arty.
Right.
So
what about what about you, Luxon?
I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. Like start to change maps and like try to make them more balanced. So like well, Red Shire is a good example. Like one side was completely safe to go into the heavy side, and the other was fucked.
I mean, the only thing that worries me about that, Luxon, is like, yes, all the old maps they changed look great now, or like, you know, they're making steps in the right direction, but all the new maps coming out are all like, most of them are, you know, kind of going the other way.
Super whack. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, if they're willing to like focus more, like stop a bit, like the pushing maps out, and like make sure the ones that they have are good to play.
That's true. I think a lot of people have been. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Benny.
The current, like, all the maps that are coming out now are developed by what is now Lesta, I think, or like the, you know, Wargaming RU, like was RU focused, and now it seems like development has kind of shifted a little bit because it's moved to EU, and it seems like the new leadership are, you know, somewhat more forward thinking. So any new maps that like we'd see from this new company won't come out for a couple months, I think.
Yeah. Okay. And I mean, and they've always been like relatively speaking, they've always been really fucking slow with maps. Like, look how long it took. What was the last new map? What was the last new map?
But like, I don't think anyone's dying for a new map.
It was Safe Haven, yeah.
Safe Haven
like
was
everyone, like everyone would love a new map, but if you ask someone, like if you ask someone if they're gonna rush and release a bad new map, or like they would way rather Wargaming.
Yeah, but good for one tank type is fucking terrible. I think, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
What most maps have been like. Good
most
for
maps are just good for heavies. Yeah.
Like that's what Paris was. Paris, like the first time when it came out, it was
Haven.
You play Chieftain, you have fun. You play.
Oh, Paris had a map change, but it wasn't really that big.
Yeah, Paris they just like changed like one.
Wait, I see Paris. I meant Berlin. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Berlin, yeah.
Yeah, Berlin when it came out, it was like excellent for Chieftain or hold on shit. And then when you played like a medium tank, it was like, well,
Rash, yeah.
Go try, have fun. But yeah, I don't know. I believe like start to change. Like at least they are changing maps now, right? So I think it's
sure.
Shit.
Wally.
So
what about you, Fennec? Because I think you kind of got it out during Luxon's spill.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I think it's obviously a positive thing. The AMX is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Mino isn't as bad in pubs as I thought it would be, which is nice. And the map changes are lovely. So it seems like they give a shit, and like the direction seems positive. I don't know. We'll see in 1.19 how they completely undo all of that progress, but for now it's good. I'm happy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I think it, like you said, is a step in the right direction. It's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards in a way. Because that new map is dog. Like, if the new map wasn't with this patch, I feel like it'd be good, but then we'd probably be like, oh, there's not a new map, right? Or whatever. They should have released one. But now since they have, we're kind of like, ugh, I don't know, maybe they shouldn't have, right? The direction is garbage, Fennec, let's be real. The M4. Well, to be honest, Magnan, I invited you on and you said you were going to be working. So go back to work, okay?
Why is Magnan saying that? But then, like, he complains when something is not broken. Like, he does not know how to enjoy tanks that are not broken.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, okay, you can't, like, just because the meta of the game is hold on heavies and fast ones that farm doesn't mean that, like, there's no, like, good players, it's the same thing. We don't have fun playing our chieftains over and over again. Like, you know, some people go for the mark and that's it, but, like, no one, like, sits there and wakes up and goes, yeah, you know, I want to play 60 games of my chieftain today. Like, no.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
I also like the M4 was overtuned, yeah. But I also like meta shifts. You know, like, okay, the M4 got overtuned. Next patch or 2 patches from now, it gets nerfed.
I don't think.
And they buff the, I don't know what tank is.
The Panzer 7.
The Panzer 7.
Dude, that tank's already insane, by the way.
Right?
But...
And
the Ghost Party 27. I think he's talking about overalls. I think Bar got 5.7k overall.
No, Dagi has 6k overalls too.
Yeah,
oh, does he?
Okay.
Okay.
6k on his other account.
One of his accounts, yeah.
Oh, one of his accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
I think his other account
was
did Bar do that on his main?
5.5.
Yeah, only 5.5.
In the Yo.
Oh, in the Yo one. Okay.
But yeah, like I enjoy meta shifts as long as they are constant, you know, not 6 months of before YOLOing your ass and fucking you up, you know.
But that's I don't know. I think we're asking for a lot here.
Damn, Docky liked it so much he did it twice.
They don't like balancing.
Well, it only took like 100 games to do it twice. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, what
Ferret,
are the recs
but-
for EU not nutty like NA yet?
They are.
Yeah,
They
it
did
is
it on patch day.
I mean,
Okay.
I haven't played EU, but
I don't know. I can
you
check.
know, I've seen some like they.
Well, it's like
some of the
6K
puppies over
now,
there
right?
seem Funny.
Is it still 6K now? The Rex, or is it going down now because puppies are playing it? They think it's good, but they
5.9K.
5.9.
On
Okay.
EU, it's
That's
only
crazy.
5.6.
It's
It's only
AMX surpassed
5.6.
Wow,
Okay.
The
way
AMX
lower.
surpassed the Chieftain today
Yeah.
by 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
only tank left to catch.
Because didn't it peak at like 6 or something? 6.1?
No.
No.
It's still going up. It's at its highest today.
Okay.
That's
It
crazy.
just passed the Chiefs today. That's actually ridiculous.
It's insane. Yeah. I mean,
I know-
that's the combining forces of the Chief being given out way too many times and the AMX being like.
I think
insane.
that's absolutely
I don't
true.
even think the problem
Yeah.
with the Chief being given out.
You know how many
times
good
is the way
players?
they
You know how
gave
many
it
good
out last
players
time.
are like grinding down AMX line right now? That have been
Also,
playing the
nobody
game
wants
for a
to play
long time. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
You know, it's because you when you look at it, especially if you were like a stats snob, you never looked at that line at all. You were like, "Fuck that line."
the tier 9 was cracked. Even
The
before
tier 9 has always
tier
been
9 was
cracked.
good, yeah.
It always been cracked. Always been cracked.
But I know what you mean, Ferret. It is a lot
Yeah.
to ask from them. I'm not saying again like every 2 months, right? Release a new broken ass tank or make another broken, but like make them like don't just leave the AMX like this now and then you just go and
with the
turbo buff
V4 or the
something else.
Kron or whatever, where it just stayed too strong forever.
Exactly, like just
Yeah.
make it like keep it moving.
I mean, like the
basically.
whole debate about reward tanks and premium tanks, I'm completely fine with it being a little more touchy. But when it's a tech tree tank, like if it's broken, it should be changed pretty quick because it's a tech tree tank.
What the
No
hell is
one
the
paid
tier?
money for it.
The AMX M4?
That's tier
51?
9.
That's the
Yeah,
tier 7,
no.
right?
The 45.
45. Thank
45,
you.
yeah.
AMX M4 45 is decent now. Okay.
No way.
Apparently,
I
that's
remember
pretty good.
shooting that
before.
thing.
They made it pretty good.
I remember that thing just having no.
Did they give it
and you
armor?
could right click it and farm it.
They did give it armor. Yeah.
They gave it armor. Okay.
But like
and they
relevant
made it
armor?
better.
Oh, the 90 mil or
'cause
the 105?
I remember like
Let
the
me
closest
check.
comparison to it
The
was
tier
like,
8
it's
still
kinda like an
ass. I mean, the tier 8 still looks ass.
Yeah.
But the
they've
tier
been changed
9
the
is
tier 8
so good. The tier 9 is so good. Tier for tier, it's amazing. I think.
They gave it whole armor and they.
But didn't they nerf it a little bit recently? They nerfed the tier 9 for some reason. I think it was like what,
Well-
Ultraverse, Turtraverse, something like that.
Yeah, it was in this patch. They gave it better gun
What
handling,
an
but worse
important
traverses.
nerf.
Yeah, it was like it lost like 2 degrees per second on the hull traverse. That
But
was
they,
the
but they
big
gave
nerf.
but they gave it better gun handling.
They gave it like 30% better dispersion value.
36%.
30.
So
What?
It's totally
Yeah.
it's totally.
Oh,
a
it's
buff,
wait, it's a
100%
buff. That's a
Wow.
buff then. The
Oh,
fuck?
This is only like
Yeah.
Because
it's
that
2
means your
degrees.
gun's gonna be laser accurate the whole time because it turns
Yeah,
slower.
'cause you're
and
also
it's
slower,
less.
What, but
yeah.
is it the? You still use a small gun though, right? On the 9.
Well, it doesn't have a
Just the
big
ni-
gun.
I don't think
It
the 9
does.
has like
That's
an
a
option of
480
guns.
gun.
I think you just get
Yeah.
a better version of the gun.
Yeah, you get like it's like a 400 alpha
I
or
can
a
go
400
look, hold
alpha.
up.
There's like 2 400 alpha choices,
Oh,
and one of them
okay.
is better
Yeah.
handling,
I-
and
I-
better everything.
I
No,
3
it's
marked the tier 9 a
470
long
on the
time
tier
ago.
9.
We're talking like
Wait.
probably a year and a half
It's
ago.
470 alpha on the tier 9 now. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
You're shitting me.
That's
No, wait, it's always
bonkers.
been that.
I think
It's
it
only
always
470
had a gun
bullpen.
like that.
It's always had a gun like that, right? The one it had a
Yeah.
130 or a 127, 24.
136, 2K base DPM.
See, it is the
Yeah,
big
that's
gun.
like a-
yeah, I
it's
told you it
always
had
been
a
like
big
It
gun.
has a big gun.
That's
It has a big
odd.
gun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
just
that.
I want to
not.
go play the tier 9. What the fuck?
Bro, see,
Yeah, holy
you're all
shit.
meta slaves. You don't know like the tick trees.
Okay, dude. Okay, dude.
Okay.
Well, no, I literally said
No,
the big
listen,
gun, and then
I
Luxon
just
said
don't like
yeah,
playing
and then
other
all
tiers-
you guys
tier
other.
10.
Well, I think Tinkmaster knew the big gun. Yeah, you two were
Yeah.
like big gun on tier 9 now. It only has 400. Oh,
Oh.
it's just a
Okay,
shitty.
well, the
It's
small-
just a shitty
the small
conqueror.
gun- The small gun gets better.
But the big gun is bad
so-
on the 9. Yeah, but Magnan, you should do it with. You should 3 mark it like that as a challenge.
Also fun.
You think
Yeah,
you
it
would
is a
put
1
yourself at
27.
disadvantage to,
What? Well,
Do you
alpha's
think you would
everything,
really,
right?
like,
so he'll make
but
it
do you
work.
think you'd really choose the shitty tank, like, or make his tank more shit. No
He
way.
just 3-marked him M103. I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe.
He said no thanks. Unfortunate. I refuse that. Well, you should play the tier 9 and see how good you do.
At least with the 120. If you despise the Conqueror, you probably like this one because it's faster.
Wait, what was his DPG in the M103?
Well, yeah, he changed his name once again, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's so hard to find him. 3,800?
Say what?
That's not bad.
38.
I think he was gonna. I don't know. It's Magnet.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. We talked a lot about update 1.18. I think that like you guys, we kind of summarized it. A lot of you guys talked about the map changes. We kind of showed on the stretch sketch what we think about the maps, how we playing it, all that stuff. I forgot about the M103 buff too. We actually forgot to mention that one. Because we knew that we talked about the T29 getting nerfed. We did talk about the T32 getting a buff. I forgot about the M103. I guess the M103 buff, it's cool, but it's not really like it doesn't matter because the E5 is still kind of just mid, right? Maybe even below mid. Is it below mid?
The E5 has
I've always liked the
well, the
E5.
I mean, no, I'm saying like when it will. If you've played the E5 during its prime, it's kind of like not fun to play. I think.
So
I mean, day 5 when it was prime, that was too much.
But that was like chieftain levels, no, or like even higher, right?
Yeah, but like now it's good. It's a comfort pick, I would say. Like it's a tank that you can always play and have fun.
Yeah.
Because you have some
With
armor
that
that requires a skill.
Yeah.
It's still playable.
It's good.
I said the
think
E5 is the
like,
hardest, but one of the
the
best
gun-
tanks at tier 10.
The gun is so good.
Pubs is
So what do you guys
it's
run
so
on it?
good.
What would you run on it?
You just run
hardening
turbo
turbo
hardening rammer, yeah. You don't need a V
V-stab?
stab. No need a V stab.
I mean, you can do V-stab instead of hardening if you feel like it. But I think
guess.
turbo rammer and third is your own choice.
Yeah.
It's V-stab rammer.
And
No,
like
rammer.
it's got one of those once again like nice alphas.
Well, I don't even know if it would be skill based because if you get a map where you're on Cupola favor side, you're obviously going to do more damage than the other guy.
Well,
that's
then
getting.
you have to choose a position. You know, like
Yeah.
you just that's your positioning though. Like if you choose to go somewhere stupid in your E5 and you get Cupola, then like that's your own fault.
No, but sometimes literally Ferret, it's.
You can't avoid
Well,
it.
some maps are
Yeah.
like that.
It's like him.
Most of them are relatively avoidable to where you know a good player will like that won't show in his like DPGs, you know, because he's just got the wrong spawn the whole time.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can cover your cupola. You can like move a lot. It's pretty strong, like well armored. You did square. I don't know.
Have you guys
You should-
marked
you should
it
try it.
recently?
I've
Yeah,
3-marked it since it got buffed with the
Same.
DPM buff.
They got a DPM buff. When?
Like
That's
a year
why the
ago?
tank's good now.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
They buffed it, yeah.
Because I grinded
Now
to
I'm the
E5
meta slave.
when it was overpowered, but then I got it right after it got nerfed, so then I sold it and then I bought it back as they buffed the DPM.
Well, I guess I might play it then and check it out. Probably,
It
I
was
don't
my-
know.
it
With
was
all
my
these
first tier
AMXs running
10,
around, though,
so-
it might be cope.
Yeah, it was my first year 10, and then that was
Yeah.
also my first tank to
So,
sell.
It's like 3 marked with like 2k DPG. It's very fun.
Same. Same.
Yeah.
Wait, yours is also 3-mark with 3k DPG?
Yeah.
Gang, gang.
Oh no.
2.2? What?
Like pretty low, yeah.
Oh, mine's like 3.4.
500.
I
games
played
at,
it-
2k DPG.
I played like I think
2012.
half are like when it like half are like old. We're talking
Wait, tank.
2015 or something, you know what I mean? And then the other half are like maybe when it was good. I can't remember. I know I 3-marked it before it was good, and then I played it after it was good, and then yeah.
Yeah, and it's like fast
So
heat,
basically, Smiley
340.
doesn't.
It's insane.
Smiley rakes marks. That's what I'm hearing.
It's
What?
true. Yeah, everybody
you know,
knows this.
You know, like Deft. You know how he always says like, oh, it doesn't count unless you 3-marked it like at its peak.
At
or
its
whatever,
peak,
with,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you, Smiley.
Yeah, unfortunate.
You're a cheater.
Oh damn. Yeah. I'm a cheater. Unfortunate. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me. Luxon, it's really impressive you've stayed at that pose that long this entire time.
Bro, I'm a pro. You know, like
Bro, stop stealing your jokes from chat.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I
I mean, I
called
had to
out,
say,
called
dude, it was
out,
the
I'm
great
lucky,
Wally.
called
The
out.
great Wally said it, bro.
Yeah,
I had to put it in there.
something like that.
I should have Wally on for one of these, like when it's like calling related.
Bro, are you gonna make like everybody deaf with him screaming? Damn.
Yeah.
What? I scream more than he does. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, drama. Sheesh.
Screaming contest?
You hate drama, Smiley.
I do. I hate drama. What do you mean? I'm never in it. When have you ever
just
been
like
like, oh my
talking
god,
about it.
Smiley's starting some shit? Most of the time it's just
No,
some
I just
random ass
know you like
16-year-old
talking
call me
about
the
it.
N-word. That's decent at the game. You know what I mean? It's like,
some 16-year-old
oh,
that just turned like dark blue, and then they're like,
all these
okay,
people
I
who
got the
never
N-word
played
pass
with
now.
him talking like they know.
But I played with him though. Yeah.
Oh, have you,
So
Lexon?
have I.
You're just
So have
mad
I.
because the first thing he said was, I can't understand what he's saying. Which I get that.
No, I don't mind that.
Okay. I think your
Yeah,
English
no.
is good, by the way.
Thanks. I know.
But next time I will put subtitles on for the stream.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I thought you were supposed to say fuck you. But yeah. No, you're good, dude. I mean, you're better than Rodri. No, that would be bad. Man. Wait, Fennec, what clan are you in?
I'm in Crab.
Crad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in
Yeah.
Give Up for one campaign.
Oh, okay. Were we in it together? Was that last campaign or this
no,
campaign?
this was a couple time. Like,
Oh,
campaigns
probably.
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Tank, you're in Czar, right?
Yeah.
Barrett, are you the commander of Fiends or just the caller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, they're my children.
And then Luxon, you're in wait, Luxon, do you hop clans or
No, I'm a Nerf 7 representative.
So yeah, he helps clans.
yeah.
Like,
What the
come on,
fuck?
Luxon, you guys don't migrate every single campaign. Just come on.
To be
When's the
fair,
last
this
time
last
you
campaign
stayed
I
in the
didn't
same
play
clan
it.
for 2 campaigns, Luxon?
I mean,
So
Yeah,
when is
exactly.
Fiends becoming a top 5 clan? Like when is that happening?
We came 5th last campaign.
I know. That's wild. But do you think you're
know.
going to be why are you so
No,
quiet
the
all of a sudden?
The server's dead, bro.
Yeah.
It's top 3 and then everyone else fighting for 4th.
3.
Okay, well actually it's cracked and then the next 2 and then everyone else fighting for 4th.
No, it's cracked and Give Up. Like when Give Up actually tries,
yeah,
they're
but
good. They're really good.
no, absolutely.
I mean,
but like
I
from
mean,
a campaign standpoint,
Maho
they can never
stole
contest because they don't
Maho
fill.
stole Magnan from Give Up. It's all over.
True. Yeah. They
It's
have no
all
farmer
over.
now.
I mean, bro, Caesar V getting a few insane players in.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem, right? You're just shuffling.
Citizen was trying to poach me, bro.
You're literally top 3 clans are literally just like a 200-ish good player
There's nobody
shuffle.
there's nobody getting exactly. There's no like new players that can play that level, so it's just like
And when they are,
it's whatever.
I mean, it like I guess Magnan's a good example of like a rare one, right? Hector's also
like,
another good
I
one.
don't- But
Like they're
Magnan's not, like,
rare,
a
but they come
comp
out.
gamer. He's like
But some of them that come out, they're fucking like cringe and retorted, and they fuck themselves over so they can't get in a top clan, right? Because they say stupid shit.
But I think it's very hard to learn how to actually like play comp at a level of a top clan on this server. Like
It's
I
like
don't
a
really know where
70
you're supposed to
people
go
split.
learn how to play
Okay,
it.
PM. I didn't want to
What
be
do
like
we-
super mean, but you are
What do we
not wrong.
qualify
I mean, like
as,
technically it's
like,
45
stupid
people,
shit?
right? Because technically it's the A teams. So it's like, yeah, you're right. It's like 70 because there's like guys that like, you know, the reservists for the A team.
But like, what do you consider is saying stupid shit that gay?
Yeah, it's like when Fennec joined Cracked and then Draps ended up being on the B team, right? You know what I mean? Like it's shit like that, right? It makes people mad, you know? Shit happens. Blame Tank Master for what?
Yeah.
We're both in the Aster fans right now.
Oh, okay.
The fuck?
I mean,
Oh,
Aster
stop.
gets
We're
5-0'd by
AFKing
Give Up, so
we're AFKing against some SA clan or something.
why
I
was
don't
there
know.
green players playing in the tournament against Give Up? In the 15v15. Also, Draps got some
Was that-
heat randomly, and he actually was here.
Was that because they needed,
Wait, when did
needed
Drops get
people-
flamed?
Huh?
they needed
What?
people?
Smiley flamed him.
No, I flamed
Sorry.
him. You didn't hear what I
did
said?
you no, what did you say?
I said when Fennec joins Cracked, then Draps ends up on the B team.
Oh,
I
that
thought
was
it
not
I thought it was pretty-
necessary.
Okay. Anyways, well, Ferret, I mean, you had to make a clan to get fucking picked, so I think it makes sense why you would talk say that.
Bro, the podcast is supposed to end 15 minutes ago.
Oh my god. Oh, my non-existent dog needs to go for a walk. I think I'm gonna just leave now.
Bro, I gotta scrim.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
my
you have a
God,
scrim.
my
No, I
bed
know. We
needs
gotta
to be
go.
fed,
Okay,
bro.
No,
so
you're
thank you
chilling.
guys so much for joining me. We talked a lot about the map changes and updates. I think overall consensus is they're going in the right direction, but not all the plays, like all the changes were good. I really do think they need to start like addressing it in a more, I think, game related professional manner, where like a lot of other games actually have like good players input, right?
True.
From multiple servers and stuff like that. I think that's probably the direction they need to go. It doesn't even need to be like from the ground up. It just needs to be like probably before super test, right? Like, hey, all you good players, look at this map. Because like that's the thing, right? We can look at Outpost minimap and go, oh, this is a dog ass map. You know what I mean? They could give us a mini map and a 4-minute video of a free cam going around the around the map, and unironically a good player can fucking tell you what you need to change and what needs to be done, right? Are we all on the consensus on that? I really do think so.
Yeah.
I think so. You know what I mean? Like Safe Haven, the video when Safe Haven came out, they showed a video of it. I was like, oh, that's a heavy tank map. I feel like all of us realized that was a heavy tank map, and because the hills are way too steep for the mediums, it was gonna be shit. It was gonna be shit for that.
Oh, but because your mobility is just fundamentally nerfed.
I saw Doro the other day. He was playing the 114, and he went to the mid underneath the bridge with that big ass TD. Bro, that seemed like a good position.
Yeah, but super testers are dog, Ghost Party. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
super
what?
testers are bad.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with?
I mean, that's the
Talking to
jobs of
chat.
super
I'm talking to
testers.
chat. I got
Bro,
distracted.
because of them. Okay, no, but that's the thing, right? Because of them. No, I was saying before that, because even if super testers pointed out, it's still up to the devs to change it. Yeah, with Wargaming's map design, they try to implement med or light tank positions, but it almost never goes well. Exactly, because they need actual good player input. I remember this one dev tried to say he's good at making maps because he was a Unicum. He plays on a fucking RU. It's not hard to be Unicum. And then his average tier, I think somebody put him on blast. Some RU dude put him on blast because his average tier was like 6.1. Like he was like, he had like, you remember that? He had like 30, I think the dude had like 3,300 win 8. And his average tier was like 6.1. He was like, I know how to make maps. I'm a super Unicum. Like, bitch, no, you don't.
There's also the problem that making a medium position now that heavies go fucking 55 to 60, it's kind of hard because those motherfuckers are there and they have armor, so they play that position better as well.
It's like when, like I was saying, if the tank composition's good on Berlin, you can just take your 60 kph heavy there, right? On the medium spot lane, and you just own it. And then the mediums cope. They go, fuck the VZ's over here, or fuck the fucking AMX's over here, or whatever, right? You know, and they cope. But no. Anyways, thank you guys once again, 4th time. And I'll catch you guys on another one, and I'll probably edit a lot of this out. But yeah, I think it was a good podcast, and thank you guys for stopping by, and thank you guys all for watching. I really appreciate it. And hope you guys liked our takes on 1.18. If you don't, you can go fuck yourself. What?
I agree. That is the wargaming mentality.
That is what, I'm just doing what wargaming does best.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, if you don't like Outposts, go fuck yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
It's a terror.
That's why you get 2 block maps, guys.
Just ban it, motherfucker. We don't have a counter or on
have
it.
fun playing Erlenberg.
Yeah. You like imagine, do you know what's sad when a new map comes out and you have to sweat and you're like, do I ban this shit? It's so bad. You know what I mean? Like it's fucked up.
Like some sideways puppies driving.
You have to think about what maps you're like.
Bit.
You're like looking at Airfield. You're like, you're like the sweaty guy. You're like, do I unban Airfield to ban Outpost? Fuck my life. You know what I mean? It's fucked.
And then every time you unban one, you get the other or whatever.
Oh, 100%, right? Like 3 out of 10 games. Love that. Love the map rotation. Loves the map rotation. Love it. But anyways, peace. All right, you all say bye. Bye.